And welcome back to Campaigns of the Plains. This week we are going to be doing some Monster of the Week. So we are missing Travis this week, but we're going to forge on without Henrietta. But
she wasn't the one driving the car, was she?
She was. She's the one who slammed the brakes.
Oh, no.
And threw me through the windshield.
Well.
So.
What car are we driving in?
The van.
The van is
Oh, no, that's right.
Oh,
you
guys
hijacked a car.
Yeah, you guys had picked up a different car. But we'll get to that in a second here. So, Mr. Gray had gotten a call from an informant saying that somebody had gone missing, somebody close to him. And so he urged the group to travel northeastern. They went from Texas all the way up to the northeast coast, Massachusetts, I believe, and stopped in D.C. and had actually gotten paid a visit from Danica's father, who her mother has said is basically responsible for her brother's death and head of a criminal organization. He seemed to be genuinely worried about Danica and had given her a new credit card and a new cell phone and dropped her and her friends back off to the van. And then you guys had pressed onward.
We also went to Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh,
We did.
please.
What did we call it?
Dankin' Donuts.
Dankin' Donuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything runs on Dankin'.
Dank shit.
Dank shit.
Everything runs on date.
420.
Yes.
420.
Right?
We're a little late on that.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
I really should just make this thing my notes and just somewhere on here in the margin write that down.
There you go.
Everything runs on dang shit.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys continued your journey northeast, and Olivia had done a little bit of scrying to kind of see the situation ahead, and had found a rather weird set of circumstances. The people in this cul-de-sac had been doing the same actions over and over and over again. There was even a mailman that was delivering mail, or pretending to deliver mail, rather. When the party arrived, there was this giant hourglass in the middle of the cul-de-sac, and inside was a small girl, and on top sat the elemental Dardanus. And Dardanus had summoned a Wendigo to his side. The Wendigo, if you're Henrietta. Henrietta and the Wendigo had history, as the Wendigo, this particular Wendigo, had actually been the one responsible for her son's death. So, after a few rounds of combat and the van being kind of flipped over on its side.
You think you mean somersault?
No, not yet. Flipped over on its side. Everybody got out, and combat had kind of began. And then the party had remembered that there was a machine gun in the floor of Ever's van, as the biddies had placed the minigun in there. And as Danica was ripping through Dardanus, he flipped the van, as it were, end over end towards one of the stone walls that he had conjured around the street. And a very good depiction of what it would look like as a van would go swirling in air with a bunch of machine guns, bullets firing as it's going, and then right before it lands, Dawn had unleashed a fireball towards Dardanus. So it was a very action sequence set of events. But with Henrietta taking quite a bit of damage, she basically was at max harm and able to fight on as she kept the Wendigo from killing Olivia on a number of occasions, and had actually finally dealt the final blow to this particular Wendigo. The rest of the group then proceeded to try to break this hourglass, but remembered that they actually had the cornerstone. Mr. Gray remembered that he had it, and Henrietta took the cornerstone, attached it to her staff, and had captured Dardanus. And as he was trying to escape the cornerstone, Olivia then siphoned off Dardanus's power, and had cocooned up like she had with the fire, and caused some massive tremors and earthquakes as there were a number of shock pulses that went through. But she was able to come through it again with Henrietta's help as she was in the dream world again. They freed the little girl from the sand, and they found a minivan, a different minivan, as the other one had been completely crushed. And they all hopped in and were headed towards the hospital with the small girl, when it was revealed that the small girl was actually Elpis, the water elemental in disguise. And right before the episode had ended, Elpis had shoved her hand deep into Gray's stomach, and she smiled, and Henrietta thought it would be a really good idea to slam on the brakes. As she did so, Elpis, well, we haven't quite gotten there yet, but if you, unfortunately we had some circumstances where that particular episode is unviewable because we had some technical issues with the audio on it, so we will be doing a show called Out of Character to kind of visit what had happened in that particular episode. So make sure you go back and watch that as we recap those events and try to get everybody caught back up for this episode. So, now, as Henrietta hits the brakes, you see as Elpis smiles this giant grin, almost more than a person should, and you see as a bunch of these water-like appendages burst from her in all different directions, and she basically turns into a porcupine as these freeze out. So anybody that is in the car suffers 4 harm.
So,
Wait, is that in addition to the harm she already dealt?
To you, no. This is all part of that same kind of...
Okay.
but that's with the armor.
It doesn't
that's still-
You can
ignore
reduce it from armor.
right? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So 3. Okay, cool.
Yep. Make sure to reduce it from your armor.
Because I was unconscious last time.
Were you unconscious?
Because I absorbed Dardanus.
Yeah, she's
So
she's
you're
unconscious
actually
on
on the floor, so I'd say that you were safe from this.
Okay, cool.
She's in
So-
the back of the minivan, actually.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, it's not... We'll say it's like one of those 3-seaters, and she is way
Yeah,
in the
you're
back.
out of the hit range.
Yeah, you're just out of the hitbox for this one.
Cool.
But
I
you
blocked it with my body.
Thank you. I appreciate
You
it.
see as Henrietta realizes this and goes to slam on the brakes, and Elpis goes, "Oh, it's not gonna be that easy." And one of the other appendages goes out and grabs the steering wheel from Henrietta and yanks it to the side. And as she's slamming on the brakes, you guys go boom, and it screeches to a halt.
See, this is why you put your seatbelt on, guys.
Who doesn't have a seatbelt?
I put a seatbelt. I said that in the last episode
Yep.
because I've already been launched out of a vehicle twice now.
True. I probably was not strapped in, considering I was unconscious. I probably was laid down,
Yep.
so I probably went flying.
So since you're in the back and it went over, you'll probably fly up to the second style of seat. So you'll maybe roll.
Can I
into-
do the mom panic safety arm to push her to catch her?
You do have magic that would allow you to go beyond.
I would like to go beyond human limitations.
All right, go ahead and use your magic.
I want to
Let's
use.
roll it
I
out.
would like to roll for mom strength.
Okay.
You're gonna just smack me in the face.
No, I'm gonna put that hand on your chest to just
Right.
hold you in place.
Right. No, I meant like she's gonna fuck up and then she's gonna smack me in the face.
Yeah, probably.
Don't curse me!
Well, we know you're trapped right with magic, Danica. So.
Right.
Especially with Olivia.
Yeah, just don't pull me out of the vehicle. It's fine.
9.
9? I believe
That's a
9 is
success.
still
Yeah,
success.
it's imperfect, but
Perfect.
Yeah, so
I have
go
to pick
ahead.
a glitch. Oh, but wait! Oh no, I didn't roll high enough for that to work. Okay.
right. It to be a 12.
7 to 9, it works in perfectly. Choose. Let's say that it's a short duration.
Okay. So as part of all of the damage that I just gave you, we'll call it all in one. You manage, as you see, like slow motion as the car is flipping and everybody is coming out of their seats. You look back instinctually and see Olivia's unconscious body like come flying forward, and you like grab up towards Olivia and like pull her down like into the seat with you and like hug her awfully tight. But as you're doing that, like as you're trying to like stop her from flying forward, the magic dissipates and your arm kind of does one of those like cracks and like it's not completely broken, but there's probably a fracture. So you choose your arm on which one you would. What is Danica's dominant hand?
Okay, even she's a lefty, she's a righty. She's a righty.
She's a righty?
Makes
Okay,
sense.
so, yep, you now have a fracture in your right forearm, but you're able to pull her in and keep her from suffering
I
additional
swear,
harm.
I say every swear word I know as I'm in pain. Also, Dawn and I are going to have some serious whiplash after these 2
Right.
back-to-back car accidents.
I don't want to be in Megan anymore.
I'm unconscious. I'm a loose noodle.
Yeah.
And we've been in a plane crash recently.
Yeah. You've been in a plane crash.
Yeah, you got lucky. Right? What else can we crash? Trains?
So, yeah.
We'll be there
We're on
soon.
train.
Right.
So, Dawn, you're probably not strapped in
I don't think so
either,
either.
so you go flying up into the front seats, like just into the dashboard as you're like floating there. So you don't completely fly out of the car, but you do hit the dashboard pretty hard as part of all of the damage I already gave you. What are you at right now for harm?
It's not looking good.
No.
I got 2 left.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
So you're unstable. I mean,
Henrietta, on the other hand, is not strapped in. She is.
I know I'm not.
She is the passenger for this. So she goes flying through the front window, and she goes skidding to a halt across the pavement about half a block later on.
Oh my god!
she was really rough last time.
Yes,
Is-
she did get
is-
some magical healing last time, but this is definitely enough to the point, like, it's not enough to kill her, but it's enough to knock her unconscious.
Are we at a standstill right now?
It is skidding to a halt. Elpis is actually holding you in place. And as you come to a halt, like, she uses one of her water appendages to, like, kick the door out and drag you outside of the car. She does have you grappled.
Oh my god. Okay. Like she's just dragging me from my stomach.
Yeah. Yeah, she still has the appendage through you, and she is, like, she's got a hold of your insides. You can feel her kind of, like, grabbing onto your insides, and it's kind of frozen and cold,
Yeah.
which you're not feeling 100% of the pain, but you've seen wounds like this in the gut where, like, it's going to hurt when she takes it out.
No, this is fine. Like,
Yeah, I guess I want to try to see if I can try my knife to like break it or like.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a kick-ass.
I love how you're starting strong with stress.
Yeah, of course.
You guys were at a stress point
Yeah,
last
My
time. What was
crochet
supposed to
project
have?
is going to be 4 times too big.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah?
I'm so stressed.
Let's see. It's tough. I don't.
Tough.
Have you read some of the advanced?
I don't remember if I
Yeah,
had it
yeah.
in
that's the
me.
advanced part.
For kick-ass, you can
So,
have everyone get
it is
except for no harm at all.
11.
11 is a pass, so you can choose one extra effect.
So if you've gotten to like level up 5 times or whatever, then you can.
Oh, I think I'm probably there.
It's at the bottom of your improvement thing. It says after you've leveled up 5 times, then you can.
I think, given the position that I'm in, I'm just going to try and.
Oh.
I'll just try to. I'll inflict more harm.
Okay. How much harm is your knife?
Don't remember. What was it? I've never used the knife.
Josh doesn't tell me that.
So it's 1, so it'd be 2.
2
total.
So yeah, you stick it through like one of the parts of the ice and a couple pieces like chip off, but it doesn't completely break you free. And she just kind of looks back at you as you do this, and she's like, "That's awfully naughty." And she takes one of her appendages, and you see, like the rest of you that are conscious and in the van, you see as she like takes Gray and like slams him, like sitting down in a position against one of the lampposts that are kind of still bent to the side because of what had happened with Olivia, and it's still kind of flashing. All the lights around here are, as there's probably some kind of power outage, or there definitely was damage from the tremors, and you suffer 2 harm.
Shit.
Are you dying?
That's all of my harm.
You have armor though.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Where did it
I believe you have
2 armor?
I thought it was 2. Let me.
I feel like you just leveled up, didn't you, with your armor?
Oh, he got one for
2
Christmas.
armor.
Oh, that's what I
So it negates all the.
Hey.
So it negates the damage.
Is a mixed success on magic still a success?
Yes.
Okay, so I forgot that I have mystic moves. Every time I am successful using message, I get +1 forward. So I have +1 forward. I'm just stating it so you
Remember it.
Yeah.
So you don't take any damage. You still get slammed against this pole, and she begins to like freeze you to the pole, like around you, so you can't move. And she breaks off that particular appendage, and she walks towards you and says, "If you want to see her again, you'll come to Minnesota."
Mankato specifically.
This is actually just a travel, like, what is it?
So-
Tourism travel ad. Come to Minnesota.
We're going to announce soon our partnership with the Travel Network.
That'd be cool.
Just travel Minnesota.
I mean, if only.
Okay.
It'll only be fun
I stare
unless they make us go search
blankly.
haunted houses, and then I'm out.
No, we'd be good at that.
I know, I'm out. I am a whip. I am
love
out.
it.
No?
I love it.
It'll be the Josh and Christian show. They can go
Eric
look.
will come with.
Yeah, I'll just scream like a little. I'll be good.
We gotta have one of those people in the group too.
yeah.
So otherwise, it's not entertaining.
Yeah, who's gonna-
Christian will just be
Just
like,
send me out and like.
Yeah.
"Hey boys, it's your hey demons, it's your boys."
I'd be like, that's fake. It's super fake.
Yep.
Meanwhile, I'll be in the corner like,
Yep.
it's your shadow.
Let's go to Minnesota.
So,
Right.
she just smiles at you, and all of a sudden she drops into a puddle and goes like oozing into the street.
Did she Alex Mack it?
Yeah.
She Alex Max it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you for getting my reference.
Good reference.
Yeah.
But yeah, and she just like goes into
We're just
one of
gonna
the
get,
sewer
like,
drains
fire
that's on the
Nickelodeon
street.
Whatever.
Flag.
Leaving me here.
Leaving you
It's
frozen
Alex
into a
Mack.
bowl, yeah.
Alex Max.
Mac.
It's Mac,
Shit.
right? Okay. I thought.
CK, right?
Yeah.
Okay, are we? Is it one of those minivans with sliding door?
One sliding door, we'll say.
I will slide the door open. Are we on our side?
Yeah, it's like up instead of.
And
Yeah.
then I'll like try to pull myself out, and I'll offer my hand to help you out.
Okay. We'll
And,
pull it.
or actually, hand me her.
Olivia, I'll just
Yeah.
like boost her.
Okay, perfect. And then I'll help
Just
you
cheerleader
out.
toss her.
Yep. And then I will be like, "Can you unthaw Mr. Gray, please?"
He's frozen?
I'm frozen to a light potion.
So she would probably like rub her hands together and kind of like start getting fire going and like go and just like not touch you, but like around
Get
just
the
to start
magic
melting.
going?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a use magic just to make sure that you don't overdo it.
And burn him.
7?
7?
I think it's a failure.
No, it's a
perfect.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
imperfect. So,
so-
what's your glitch?
Let's just say the effect is weakened.
Okay. So it takes you longer
Yeah.
to, as you're trying to be careful, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
It takes you longer to unfreeze
That's
Gray
much
because this ice is thick.
Are there any other cars
Oh, that's
nearby?
okay. Oh, that's
This
okay.
car's
That's
unusable
same.
now, right?
There are a number
actually
of
the same,
cars
right? Cool.
parked along the street.
I go break into one,
That was
Okay.
6, yeah.
and I would like to
That's
use magic to
Oh,
make
yeah.
it turn on. I would like to hardwire. I would like to use my hands to hardwire. How do
Go
you?
ahead
Jump start.
and
You're gonna jump
I'm
start.
gonna jumpstart the car.
go ahead and act under pressure.
Is what you
Are we just going to use it?
Act
to
under pressure.
jolt it?
She's doing it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Act.
That's
God, I'm not cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm not cool.
That's why it's gonna be hard.
I'm the opposite of cool. Oh, that's cocked. Oh God, I rolled a 1.
It's penis.
Also the opposite.
4.
We're all together?
4. Actually,
Are you
I'm a -1. It's 3.
You get shocked.
right?
Yeah, normally I'd give you a choice of a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. So you do receive a small shock, and unfortunately for this particular time period, this car does have an automatic alarm, so it starts to go off.
Shut up! I shoot the alarm.
I'm a terrible influence.
So you unload a bullet into
Yeah.
the car itself, and it doesn't work. So you unload a couple more bullets, and this car is shot now. It stops making noise, but you know for sure that this car is probably
She's
not
behind
going
me, so I'm
anywhere.
asking, what is she doing?
Use your gunshots.
Yeah.
It's like I can't.
I just come back, like up next to him. If there was a raccoon, I thought it was a werewolf. I got it.
I thought it was a Maypog werewolf.
Oh.
A weremog. Werewolf.
We're pop.
Oh God, Henry! Run over to Henry.
So you see Henrietta, and she is contorted on the ground in a
no.
very terrible.
Oh, no. I
Terrible
roll
way.
her over. Oh God, don't be dead. Don't be dead. Olivia's gonna blame me. Don't be dead.
I would blame you.
So
It's not. What
go ahead and roll me a read a bad situation.
No. Why are you making me roll the stats? I'm badass. Sharp. What's my sharp? It's not negative.
That's good.
Oh, it's not bad. 10.
10? 10 is a whole 3. So I'm going to answer some questions because there's not really questions pertaining to
Okay.
Henrietta's situation. So you check Henrietta over, and she's breathing.
Okay.
She's not conscious.
Okay.
When you go to roll Henrietta over, there is a sound of like crunching bone around her neck.
No!
And you see as you roll her over that she has blood trickling down her nose.
Oh. I need a pole and some straps. We can't move her head around too much. I think her neck's broken. And a car.
You
Great!
guys continue to hear that you did before the sirens of emergency vehicles coming.
We need to get out of here, please. Somebody jumpstart a car.
I'm busy right now.
I'm just chilling.
Yeah, you managed to get him free, so
Oh God. Okay, Henry. I'm gonna try to
so
pump
you're
some
free now,
feeling
Mr. Gray.
Okay.
into her to try and like at least stabilize the neck.
Is this minivan like toast? Like, is it like?
Oh
You
yeah.
like shot it.
Yeah.
Are we in a parking lot? Where are we? Like,
We haven't left
Residential.
the
You're just on a
cul-de-sac yet.
street.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to like use magic to heal her neck area to at least brace it a little bit so that it's not so crunchy.
So you go to pour like your magic into it, and even like you heal like some of the internal damage to it, where like maybe she was bleeding on the inside, but she like you can tell that there is some massive damage, something that's going to have to be looked at.
Oh hell! Gray, we're not getting anywhere anytime soon, sir.
I'm just like trying to find the next vehicle. Stumbling across one with a bunch of bullets on the inside.
It was an APOC.
Yeah.
You came at me. Where's the body?
Yeah.
We'll say you find we'll call it a Suburban for the time. Yep. So big, ugly.
Place that it has a big back trunk, right?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
For two unconscious people.
Yeah.
Can you find a board, Don, that's roughly people size?
Is there anything in the minivan that we could like rip out of there?
So you roll me an act under pressure to see if you can get this car hot wired real quick.
That's cool, yes. That's gonna be a lot.
10 plus.
27.
So 13.
Yeah. You easily hotwire this car to the point where you don't even really have to damage the column too much. So you manage to get the Suburban going. It roars to life. Dawn, go ahead and roll me a read a bad situation here.
That sounds like something I know.
It's sharp.
It's sharp. Okay, that's not bad. It's a 3.
It's a 3.
It's a 3. That's 111.
Okay. So you're looking around for anything to be able to use in this particular van. That's a failure, by the way. So you can mark down an experience.
Oh yeah, good. Good. I'm gonna level up tonight.
But yeah, you don't find anything in the van that you guys were in to help you with the situation.
Okay, next plan. You gotta help me put her in the back of that Suburban.
Second.
But we can't. We gotta be careful with her neck because it's so broken.
I don't know if I'm hearing this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that you're like kind of half in, half out the car.
Okay.
My arm is broken, so I don't know how helpful I'm gonna be.
We're in great shape.
Well, Olivia's okay,
3, 4, 5, 6.
except for the unconscious part.
Have these. Shouldn't you have been?
Oh, that's not how I do it, I guess.
Anyway.
So yeah, you do overhear this.
Okay, well, we're still in like the weird neighborhood.
Yeah, you're.
The gate.
We didn't make it very far out. Yeah, far past.
Yeah, you didn't get very far before Elpis had attacked.
Is there like any lawn furniture or anything around that? Like, okay, we need like a large board. Maybe we just take a fucking door. We need it
Well, that's
for
what I was
2
asking
people,
about.
right?
If like
Well,
there's someone in the
Olivia's
minivan.
fine. Her neck's not broken. I can just like pick her up. Henry needs to remain stiff because her neck's broken.
Does somebody want to help me with a door? That's probably the easiest thing we can rip off.
While you guys do that, I'll throw Olivia in the back of the Suburban.
So
Who
yeah,
has a shotgun?
I just have a
Henry?
pistol.
She doesn't need it. I'll take her shotgun, master key the hinges on the door.
Oh,
That works.
okay. To the van that's already
No, just
messed up,
like
or-
a house door.
Oh, okay.
Oh, now we're just homeowners.
Well, we're still
But if you're doing that, just go inside and do the
we're
goddamn
still in
we
the neighborhood
want.
where everybody fucking murdered themselves. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go up to one of the doors and you blast it off. So yeah, you now have yourself a door.
This should work.
Yeah, load her up on there. I just, as I like one arm try to pick up
Yeah,
Olivia.
Olivia's light. It doesn't take you that much, and you're tough enough to.
Yeah, I throw her in there, and then after I'm done, I pull out one of my old T-shirts that aren't like the cool T-shirts I've gotten in all the states, and I like accordion rip it, and then tie my arm up in like a makeshift sling because it hurts.
Yeah, it definitely does. So the two of you go over to Henrietta, get the door slid underneath her. Danica had said to be very careful with her neck. So the two of you can easily, even in the state you're in, can easily get her into the back portion of the Suburban itself. So
Cool.
Let's get the hell out of here now, please.
So where
We need to go to a hospital.
you were
Greg.
driving?
Fuck no, I'm about to die.
I can't drive. I got one arm.
I am fine.
So you're gonna
like,
drive?
is there any like you? I probably couldn't heal her arm, right?
Not. You probably could,
But like not.
It might take you some time to.
It's okay.
work on
It's okay.
it.
I'll heal it
But
while
you
we're driving.
need like some shit, right?
Yeah.
Just drive. We'll
Like,
heal. I'll heal while we're
You
driving.
guys
I can
can
drive.
feel like the sirens like coming, so fuck flying out of the
I'm
window.
gonna work on healing Gray first because my arm's just broken. It's fine. It'll be fine. I'll heal it when I have time. But you look fucked. Is that a gut wound?
I'm a couple steps from just.
I hop into the back seat with him, and I just put my hand right on his stomach and try to channel some good magic juju into that.
Go ahead and roll me use magic.
She uses a force heal. Right.
12.
12?
And I am expert in magic.
Advanced.
You're advanced.
On 12 plus, the keeper will offer you some added benefit. Mystery. Well, I'm healing, so you can do what you will with that.
So...
He heals everybody in the car.
You wish.
I just want to be awake.
I can only heal
You
one
know
harm
what?
at a time. I'm not fancy like Dawn.
Actually, Olivia is next to you on the seats. Like, you laid her back there, but you kind of crawled back to help Gray.
Mm-hmm.
So, as they're technically touching, a little bit of healing magic does siphon off over to Olivia, and you heal one harm.
Oh, cool.
You killed one.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a harm, and you get a... Oh, shit.
Wait. And then you all lose 5 harm, so...
Well, I
Gain
mean,
5 harm.
I was unconscious, so I didn't take any damage. I don't.
Yeah,
think.
Olivia didn't need any healing.
I was
So,
just.
it's enough to, waken you,
Oh,
so...
perfect.
Oh.
Perfect. So I will groggily be like, "What the fuck?"
Morning, sunshine.
Oh,
It is not morning.
It's very late, and Henrietta's body's on top of me.
Next
No,
to us,
Henrietta's in the back.
She's in the back.
Oh.
She's in the back.
Yep, so you don't, immediately see Henrietta as you're
No.
coming to. You, look and you see Dawn's hair, giant hair, flowing in the wind as she's probably rolled down the window and...
And me with my
Driving.
makeshift sling, and Gray with a big old gaping hole in his suit.
Yeah, this is definitely new, but yeah, you don't see Henrietta in any of these seats.
Where are we going?
I hope to God it's a hospital.
We gotta go to Minnesota.
No, we gotta go to a goddamn hospital, Gray.
We'll find one in
In
Minnesota.
We can't. No, listen, Gray. Listen to me. We cannot wait for Minnesota. We need to take Henry to a hospital now.
Where's Henrietta?
She's in the trunk.
Teleport her.
I can't teleport her.
You did it before.
Yeah, by accident.
Well, do it on accident, but on purpose.
I can't do it on purpose. Where the fuck you want me to teleport her?
To Minnesota.
to a
Biddy.
hospital
Can we
in
send her to
Minnesota.
Biddy?
I can't teleport people. Is what I'm trying to tell you. Give me your damn cell phone. I'll call home. I'll see if Biddy has some weird teleport magic she can bring Henry to her, okay?
That would be a convenient plot device.
It would be a very convenient plot device. But if not, we need to take her to a hospital. We can leave her a note and tell her where we're going, but we need to drop her off at a hospital. Her neck is broken. You didn't hear that from me.
What?
Oh, yeah. No, you just heard that.
What?
We were in a mild car accident. And by mild, I mean Henry got launched out the window.
God damn it.
Yeah, you now look in the back.
We also
and-
saw the water elemental lady.
What the fuck?
She's the one who crashed our car. That child is not a child.
Fucking
You look in the back now, and through the altering street lights, you now see Henrietta as the side of her face is road rash all the way up, and she is they've tried to position her neck to a point. I'm assuming you'll probably use something to station her neck.
Yeah, one of those airplane pillows. I got one of those.
Did we find a pool noodle?
Yeah. So you probably have your jacket,
Oh yeah,
which you could have probably used to
padding around.
Yep.
Yeah.
your leather jacket.
I'm assuming I get at least some sort of cognizant, she's at least thinking or has some sort of mental capacities.
You get something, but it seems like she's far away.
Okay, so at least I'm just checking to see if she's alive. As I probably am too weak to just crawl back there and check her pulse.
Yeah.
So I'm just checking to make sure she's alive.
Yep.
Minnesota can wait. She needs a doctor.
Okay.
I mean, I can.
But we can't take her to a hospital, so
Give me your phone. I'm gonna call Mama.
I'm
See.
going to make another phone call first. I'm going to and see if I can arrange a,
He calls a mortuary.
off the books medical facility for her.
Okay. So you dial a local contact, and the moment you do, a woman picks up and she says, "Sorry, Gray, you've been blacklisted. I'm not even supposed to be talking to you right now. I think you're getting in a lot of trouble, but just wanted to let you know you're on the radar bad."
Okay, well, I guess that puts everyone else on my radar. Fine, click.
So where are we going? What? I like try and grab the map very sloppily.
Give me your phone. Okay, I
I'm
call.
looking at the map. Where are we going?
I call the hive. The compound.
So you're calling Ever?
Yep.
Okay. So you get the same guitar.
Ever, I don't have time for this. Put Mama or Benny on the phone.
I've got some news for you too, but yeah, I'll get, and he's like, "Susie!"
I'm just like bouncing impatiently in the seat. Tell me about the information while we're waiting for her to get down the stairs.
Well, I found out, about the urn.
Okay, where is it?
It's in, well, last reported, it's in Eden Prairie,
Eden Prairie where?
Minnesota.
Eden Prairie, oh, well, son of a biscuit. The urn is in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Okay, Eden
Well, that's where the
Prairie, Minnesota. Urn. All right, thanks.
that's where the gourd of 1,000 rivers is.
Yeah.
The gourd, sorry.
Yeah, gourd.
Don't worry, I'll keep you
Please.
honest.
Start looking for other ones while you're at it. Thank you so much for your effort. I appreciate everything you do. Please get the phone to Mama.
I appreciate your action.
And you hear her, like, breathlessly, like, take the phone away from Ever, and she's like, what's happening?
Well, a lot just happened, but I don't have time to explain it. But Henry was launched out of a car as we got into a severe car accident in a minivan that we stole, and her neck is broken,
Liberated.
and we need, like, do we have any contacts where the fuck are we? Massachusetts. That we can drop her off to get healed.
Road trip,
Is there, or does Biddy have some weird transportation magic where we can fucking UFO her to you, or what?
UFO.
She's just like, she's silent for a moment as she's thinking about all of the words that you just verbally vomited. And she's like, no, there's no way to get to the construct unless you're in South Dakota.
Yeah, none of that's
so.
a thing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Magic's new and weird to me. I accidentally teleported them off an airplane once, so.
It was
That's
not
some
fun.
pretty dangerous magic.
Yeah. Did I tell you I could magic? I don't know if I told you I could magic.
I'd assumed so.
Perfect. So is there, like, a contact here we could take her to? Because Grace seems to think taking her to a regular hospital is a bad idea.
And you hear her, like, trying to shuffle around notes, and she's like, I don't know if we've got anybody nearby. You hear her, like, flipping through her book, and...
As Josh Google something real quick.
No, I was trying to decide which notes are in it, because I have it either on my tablet or I have it in my Google Notes, so I'm trying to
Your
go
Google Notes
back
should
and
be
forth.
accessible on your tablet.
Yes.
It is, but I also have a lot of notes on my tablet, too, so...
There are notes everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Notes about bows. I like that the kitty is
So,
honest.
she says, the only thing I can find in Massachusetts is a lady named, she just codenamed Lotus.
Okay, you got a number?
Oh, that's one
Or
of
an
the.
address?
That's one of the Rose Shadow. What's the code name?
What now?
Yeah,
organization
she,
that her dad
and she gives you, an address that is probably about, an hour southwest of the town that you guys are currently in.
Do you trust her?
She says, Maybe. I have no idea. She's about the only one closest to you in my book.
Okay, we'll go there. Thank you, Mama.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you, Mama.
Hey, Giant Bravo.
Yeah,
Well, I
buddy.
was thinking Elvis. But
All right, guys.
Yes.
I give Dawn the address. I say the person's name is apparently Lotus. And they're about an hour away from here. And also, Ever told me that the gourd is in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. So we should go there next.
So you guys get to the address in about an hour because Dawn's pushing this Suburban decently fast. You get there and it seems to be a very old cottage home that hasn't seen people in a while. It's not very well kept. There is like ivy that has crept up over the stonework wall, has this wrought iron gate in front, and it seems to be like what might have been at one point in time a very nice medium-sized house. But you see that it has what looks to be like either a greenhouse or something off to the side, and there seems to be no lights on in the house, but there is a light on in the greenhouse.
You guys watch my back. I'll go in and talk to him.
I'm actually going to go with.
All right. Keep an eye.
I'll watch the girls.
I'll stay with Henry.
Okay.
So the two of you go up, and you obviously see a no trespassing sign, as well as like one of those signs where you see intruders will be shot, beware of dog, lots of these things.
Do you think these ever work?
If you see the sign, I've already seen you with my scope.
I've not seen that one.
Yeah, I see it a lot when I deliver.
Oh.
Also one that says, it's just guns that says, we don't call 911.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one.
Oh my gosh.
Right now this sign's not going to
It's
work.
'cause they're
I'm a
afraid
little
of
more worried
cops.
for Henry than my own safety.
They feel that they're better than cops.
Right.
Go to the green.
So you guys push the gates, the wrought iron gates open, or you climb in the
No,
fence?
push them open.
No.
So they.
I'm a front door kind of guy.
Oh, I pegged you for a backdoor guy.
So the
Same.
Yeah,
gate
right.
creaks open, and you guys start walking up this gravel path up to this cottage. And as you do so, you hear like this old-timey music being played over a phonograph coming from the greenhouse itself, and you can see that the light in here is probably candlelight, not electricity. And you see a figure like moving back and forth, and you hear like a slight humming.
I want to scare her. I'm going to announce our presence. Hello?
Jeepers creepers.
It doesn't seem like the presence reacts to you as you.
I'll knock on the greenhouse
It's one
door.
of the only movies that legit freak me out.
You see the figure like lift their heads up and kind of look back for a second, but then go back to like working on whatever they're working on.
Excuse me, I'm not gonna get. Excuse me, does Lotus live here still?
Go ahead and roll me read a bad situation.
Oh, good. It's a bad
cool.
situation.
Of course it is. This is one of the fucking Rose
I don't
Shadow.
know that.
You would know that. That is a name.
Lots of people could be named.
It is a code name of the Rose Shadow. That's why I've written down.
Oh, God, that's 12.
Okay.
Plus 1, 11, 12, 13.
What you haven't, or what you suddenly notice, is that at some point in time, the plant life has wrapped around both of your legs. And you are suddenly, like, yanked onto your back and pulled inside.
My fucking arm is broken!
You suffer no harm, but you are restrained by the plants as they start to, like, wrap around you. And the door closes behind you, and you now see A woman in a white trench coat, what looks to be like a lab coat, and you now see inside of this area as there is a number of plants and vials everywhere, and you see as she is like humming still to herself and like doing like little dropper tests on these plants. As the plants you now notice are moving, and like one of them actually opens their like the petals up like this, and you see a number of like small dart-like appendages like pointed at you, and she says, "Yes, how may I help you?"
Well, our friend in our station wagon has a broken neck, and we were told that you might be able to help us heal her.
I may be able to, but I don't think that you recognize whose house it is that you've come to.
No, probably not.
She looks over at Gray, and she kind of smiles, and she says, "My name is Yella Bragada Sabaro."
I recognize that name.
Right? She's the heiress of the Sabaro.
I recognize that
The
name.
restaurant.
We just knew the code names of the people, right?
Yep. And she says, "Obviously, I am an ex-member of the Rose Shadow.
Oh, you probably know Daddy then, huh?
I do know your father."
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Meet a friend, an ex-friend, I presume.
And I know you as well, Mr. Gray.
Why does everybody
Anyone who
know
watches
him?
the news knows me.
I don't. I watch the news. I'm a liar. I don't watch
Even not in character, even.
So how long are we going to be hanging out here?
Yeah.
Well, that depends on your answers to a couple of questions. Mine? Were you sent here to kill me?
No?
How come I don't believe you, Mr. Gray?
Well, if you don't believe me, then you obviously don't know me as much as you think you do, because if I was sent here to kill you, I would have already tried.
I would like to answer the question. My mama gave me your address.
What is your mother's name?
Mama.
Looks at her.
Susie.
Yes, that was the name of your father's most recent conquest.
That's rude. That's my mama.
She called you
No
Mama.
offense, my child, but your father is old, and he certainly has taken many wives.
Oh, God damn it! I have more siblings.
Of course you do.
Even in this
You do
campaign,
not.
you guys.
You can't get away from
Wait, I don't?
None that are alive, anyway.
Oh, lovely. Well, you know what? I'm the only one left at this point anyway, so whatever.
No.
Right?
Look, I don't want to kill you. I just want you to help my friend. Her neck is real broken, like shattered glass sounding broken. We were in a mild car accident, and by mild I mean very severe.
I think you mean that you battled with the water elemental Elpis.
That is accurate. Yeah, she stuck her fist into Gray's stomach.
As she, looks at you, the vine, unwraps from where your stomach is, and she says, "Oh yes, that is a very nasty, bite, for sure."
Thanks.
So, are you going to help us, or are you going to kill us? I'm getting really nauseous hanging upside down.
Whichever one you pick, just do it quick.
Oh, that's beautiful. I would draw that.
We don't need to do these pretenses, Mr. Gray. I know you have a contract that you need to fulfill by killing me.
What?
Well, they also didn't think about how valid that contract would be if they decided they didn't want to help me anymore.
Well, you do know that once you break a contract with a demon,
A what?
that the hellhounds are sure to follow.
The what?
Correct.
You don't really know much about that hellhounds part, but
Or just let me ask this.
I don't want to be your friend anymore.
what?
She's just talking about demons and hellhounds. I have my hands full with the elementals.
What do you think we've been doing
My
here?
dear, you are in this life. If a demon and a hellhound scare you, then perhaps you should find a different profession.
It's a little late for that.
She still has her father that she could go back to.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that yet.
It's still an option.
I don't want to live for a really long time.
You'd be surprising on how much you can accomplish in a long time.
Yeah.
And she kind of points to all of the various, like, plant life that you see around her.
But you said you were an ex-member, though, so, I mean, like, why'd you leave?
Your father and I had a disagreement over whether or not your brother should be given my formula.
Is that why he died?
It is.
Just to be clear, was it given to
Kill her! Get her! She killed my brother!
Get her.
Sorry, my dear, but I cannot have anybody else like myself or your father running around.
Well, that I agree with. I didn't know anything about this until recently. Well, I'm also still really unhappy that my brother's dead.
I apologize, but it was necessary.
Could you just not have given him the formula? Or, like, given him, like, some sugar water instead?
Your
Like they
father
do
would have
with
known the
patients in
difference.
hospitals sometimes, you know?
Your father is the one who helped me make the formula.
Ah, son of a bitch.
He would have known the difference. So I hid a very small paramecium in the formula. It ate him from the inside out.
That's rude.
I apologize again.
This is not good enough. You killed him.
I did.
Why don't you just kill Dad instead? Not that I'm not. You know, he was always a really good daddy, but like, you should have just killed him and said my brother was an innocent guy.
If you think that killing your father is an easy task, then by all means,
No,
you may attempt it.
No, but he's my daddy. I can't kill him.
And there are reasons that I could not kill him.
Let's hire him to do it.
I'll let him speak to you about that. And she kind of waves her hand, and you both, like, drop to the floor unceremoniously.
My arm.
And she says, bring your friend in. I will see what I can do.
You're not gonna kill her, are you?
Not going to kill any of you.
Scout's honor?
Unless you try to kill me, of course.
No, I don't want to do any more
My
killing.
beauties defend me, so any ill will towards me will be met with hostility. And you see as a couple of them, like, open, like, maws of teeth.
You heard her, Gray. Watch yourself. Don't fuck around.
Yourself.
Shelf.
I'll send you a ping. What's going on? What's taking so long?
I don't remember how this works, so I just think. Can you hear me when I just think?
Yes.
Oh, I'm thinking now.
You're thinking, what are you thinking now?
Holy shit! Oh, right. Yeah, bring her in.
Bring who in?
Henry.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm a her.
I'm also
Bring hers in. All y'all come up here.
All y'all.
Be really nice to any plants.
Oh.
Really, really nice.
Okay.
I love plants.
Do I pick up any, like, thoughts from these plants, or are they not sentient?
Not in that particular way.
Okay. Sounds
You
good.
get the same kind of thought process as, like, animals. Like, I'm hungry, I want to mate,
Sure.
the natural things.
Basic. I will nudge you and be like, can you help me with her body? I can't lift it on my own.
We haven't left that. Did we leave
She's
it
on
on
the door, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just like Hodar her.
Yeah, just like, yeah.
Drag her up.
Sounds
Try not
good.
to hit any rocks. Right.
Right.
Harry, we need to talk about
Oh,
everything that she just talked to you about. All of it.
Why?
Because now you're intertwined in my shit, which means I need answers. Straight answers. Not your crooked answers. I'll shoot you.
I don't really know
Or I'll
how
punch
to
you real
begin
hard
to
in your
explain demon stuff.
No, I don't care. Explain it to me like I already know what you're talking about.
We smack into the door as we're dragging this body awkwardly.
Apparently they exist.
Sure, everything.
That's
exists.
really all I got.
Conversation.
But you need to tell me why you have a contract out on this kind lady.
As we're dragging
And
the
what the
body.
fuck that letter was from my daddy
You
was
bring the
about.
door in, and you see this very tall, blonde-haired woman. She's got her hair tied back in a ponytail, and she's wearing a lab coat. And she says, "Thank you, I will take it from here." And you see a number of vines, like, creep down from the ceiling and take a hold of the door and, like, move it over to a table.
Thanks.
I told you to be nice to the plants.
I wasn't gonna do anything to the plant.
Watch the fire down.
I like plants.
So, You see as this woman, she introduces herself to the rest of you and says, good evening. My name is Yela Pragada Sabaru. Welcome to my greenhouse. I assume that you are Dawn.
That is
and
my name.
Olivia, if I am correct.
Yes.
And this must be Henrietta.
Yes. I mean, no.
You
Very suspiciously.
You she is giving you thoughts. Like she is feeding you thoughts now, and she says it's not nice to lie.
Well, how do you know our names?
I'll allow you to ask your friends.
How does she know our names?
She used to work with Daddy. She
Oh.
killed my brother.
We definitely
What?
told her
She's
the
real
time
nice,
that
though.
y'all were in the vehicle.
Why would you tell?
He's lying.
I know you're
She
lying.
did all the talking.
I know you're lying.
I didn't tell her your names either. I think that she just knows people. I mean, she knows Gray real well, but apparently he was hired to kill her, so.
Oh, okay, that
And
makes
she
sense.
killed my brother, like I said. But
That one
also,
was interesting.
real nice.
I
Still.
think she can do the thing you do.
I'll try and be like, can you hear my thoughts?
No, but I know when someone is poking around in my head.
Oh, I just give you guys all looks like
You know, you're really cool, and I hate that because you killed my brother, but also I kind of like you. You're fun. But I don't blame you. I blame Daddy.
That is where a good portion of the blame is to be. You see as she now goes over to Henrietta, and she runs a hand along Henrietta, and you see it kind of start to glow with this greenish magic. And Dawn, you immediately recognize this as druidic magic.
Okay.
And she starts to scan Henrietta's entire body, and she stops at the neck, and she goes, "Ooh, very rough. 3 breaks in the vertebrae."
I did what I could to stiffen it up, but I'm not quite that skilled in magic.
This is going to take much more than magic. You see, and she takes this mirror that's next to her, and she turns it towards you, and she puts, as she has this glowing hand over Henrietta, she places a glowing hand on the mirror, and you see, an almost, MRI-style image appear on the glass itself, and you see a neck! And you see that there are many tiny bones that are lodged into Henry's neck.
We should remind her the importance of wearing a seatbelt after this.
Well, she never wears her seatbelt.
Well,
In the years I've known her, she's never worn her
You
seatbelt.
also know that the truck that you guys ride around in
Doesn't have seatbelts. Yes.
well, I was wearing my seatbelt and I didn't get launched out of the van.
I wasn't wearing a seatbelt as far as I
That's because
know.
I broke my arm catching you in midair.
Thanks. And I'll do that, but not actually hit you. Be like, thanks, buddy.
But you see now as she starts motioning this over Henrietta's neck, and you see a number of very small look like spores start to fall onto Henrietta from her hands. And she says, "This will take some time.
How much time?
If she wants to heal properly and be able to walk again, 1 week."
We don't have time to stay here for a week. Can we leave her in your care?
We can come back. We have to go to
We have to go to Minnesota.
some Eden Prairie, wherever that is.
I'll
I know
have
exactly where
t-shirts.
that is.
You do?
That's where I grew up.
Wait, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, how come you didn't? Is the jug in your basement?
Not that I'm aware of.
It's a gourd.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
It could be.
we'll go visit your hometown. That sounds like
Perfect,
fun.
yeah.
You guys wouldn't turn 2 hours out of our way to visit my hometown, but you know what? It's fine.
I voted yes on that.
great, more pressing matters.
I mean, it'll take at least a couple days to get there from here, I'm sure.
Yeah. We'll write her a letter and let her know where we're going and where to find us.
Just pin it to her coat.
Send her on ahead when it is time.
All right.
I have your number.
Well, that's great.
Let me take a look at the rest of you and patch you up. Please, sit.
I'm all right, but he's got a hole in his stomach.
Yes, you're quite all right. And she takes your arm and, with unseeming strength, she pushes like her nail, like her thumb, into where your fracture is, and she says,
"Not nice."
Seems like you're okay, right?
Yeah, I was gonna heal it later.
How about you let an expert help you?
Okay, fine.
And so she has you just sit down in a couple of chairs, and she takes her time, and with a bit of magic and a bit of plants and alchemy and not alchemy, but
Yay, gold!
She heals you all, so you are all now back up to full health.
Yay!
Dawn, I imagine, whatever, just like intently studying everything she does and just try to absorb it all and like see like that plant does this and that does that and like
she actually catches you kind of staring over her shoulder as she's healing, and she says, "Do you have an interest in the healing arts?"
I've dabbled.
And she says, "Well, with your background, I could definitely tell." And she kind of nonchalantly starts like explaining things out loud to you, so that you gain a little bit of knowledge on what she's doing.
Sweet.
I will have something fun for you in a second.
Oh, cool.
But she does heal you guys back up to full. As she gets to you, Olivia, she puts her hand kind of over your chest as she's kind of scanning you, and she says, "That is quite a bit of power to be holding in such a frail body."
And I'm sure I look exhausted still, and I just look up at her and kind of just give her a, "What's that supposed to mean? Aren't you all powerful too?"
And she says, "Yes, but I don't think that I could be holding in this much power." She kind of taps your chest, and you get that, like, thump, thump, thump in your heart, and you're like, "What?" And then all of a sudden the greenhouse starts to shake again, and she says, "You have this power inside of you, but how long will you be able to hold on to it?"
That's a good fucking question.
Well, she's already exploded twice. Recently.
It's very painful. I usually pass out.
And yet you have not exploded. This is very interesting.
Not yet. I guess I'm a battery of some sort.
I think you are much more than that.
I don't fully understand it. I just know it's
Well,
very useful for our purposes.
to ensure that my order does not get what they would like, why don't you step over here with me? She has like one of those old curtained off areas there, and she tells you to step over there. When you step behind, she tells you to remove your shirt and to sit on this like rotating stool that she has. She then begins to like scan your back, and she takes her hands, and you can feel she's got a cold touch, obviously, that doctor's touch, but you can feel as she stops over your shoulders, and she goes, "That is very interesting. I'm surprised the angels have let you go for this long."
Oh yeah, I forgot I have angel wings. That was a thing. I forgot about that.
You're not an angel, my dear.
I mean, I vaguely remember wings sprouting out of my back of some sort. Were they bone wings? I remember something like wrapped around me and cocooned me. But I don't remember were they black feathers, or was it? I can't remember off the top of my head.
And you actually see as she smiles at you, and she steps in front of you, and she has this full-length mirror in front with a cover over it, and she steps to the side. You can kind of tell she does this like on purpose. She doesn't step in front of the mirror on purpose, and she pulls the curtain aside on or the cover aside on the mirror, and you now see this image of yourself with these wings growing out your back. And the wings themselves seem to be either in the process of like molting, where the feathers are kind of falling off, or they're regrowing. You're not really sure what, but this is the first time you've ever seen your visage like this.
What coloration are the wings? Are they like a black or like a gray or like a white?
They're a white with like a gray tip.
Okay. I will like start to try and reach back, feel them, and like, because obviously I can see myself, but I'm like feeling around and I can't obviously touch them, and I'm just like bewildered by this. What the fuck are these?
These are wings, my dear.
Where did I get wings?
We've had them all along.
What do I do with them? Why are they invisible?
You see, there is much that the naked eye cannot perceive, and you have not been conditioned to see them yet.
What do I have to do to see them? And why are they molting as I try and like pick the feathers off? I'm assuming I can't interact with them, but like I'm like trying to.
So you see as she reaches down on the floor, and you see her pick something up, and it kind of glints, like gives off this ripple effect, like there's something in her hand, but you can't see it. As she does so, her arm goes in front of the mirror, and you see it for the first time, and her arm is like monstrous. There is like clawed hand and scaled arm, and like it is brimming with muscle. And yeah, this is the very first time that you see her hand go in front of it, and she doesn't notice, but she picks up one of the feathers and she shows you, and she says, "My guess is that you had feathers, but the power inside of you is eating away at you."
That makes sense. I have 2 elementals inside of me.
Yes, that would very make sense, but and she taps the mirror and adjusts it a little bit, and you can see now, like, the mirror focuses in on your chest, and right in the middle of your chest, you see this fiery energy and this earth-like energy, like, rotating inside in, like, small blasts, like, coming out. She says, "It could eat away at you if you are not strong enough."
What is that supposed to mean? I'm strong enough. I obviously absorbed them. I mean, I can contain them. Like, definitely a waver in my voice.
So you could explode at any time.
You don't know that.
And she, like, steps in front of the mirror now for the first time. Like, you can't see her front, but she is in front of you, but you see behind her now, and she, like, has all of these different, like, monstrous appendages. Like, she has horns, like, coming out of her head, and she has, like, scaling along her body. And she, like, places her hand on her chest, and all of a sudden you get that same feeling like you did in the cathedral again, like this power is going to explode. And she says, "I don't think that you're going to be able to hold this in. Not without a little help."
From who? You?
"Not from me. Sweet child, I have nothing to do with what you are. But funny enough, you're going to have to seek aid of those who would probably hunt you."
The elementals.
"Well, they are hunting you as well. But if anybody knew your true nature," and she leans in and whispers in your ear, and she says, "Nephilim."
I don't know what that means.
Are you really?
I don't remember what that means.
Like Eric does. I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
Gives me Diablo
Nope.
flashbacks, and now I need to play Diablo.
And she says, "You are the offspring of an angel and a human.
Oh. Well, I remember hearing the names of my potential parents, or at least people maybe who raised me. So I immediately like think back. I'm like, David Colt? Was he an angel? Like I'm thinking this and also saying it out loud. Like, I don't remember. Can angel? I mean, I've seen angels look like humans. Oh, fuck.
You're not trying to see it. You would never know. And she says, did you say David Colt out loud?
Yeah, I would like say it under my breath, like, David Colt?
She kind of like cringe smiles at that name, and she's like, no, that man is a human, although a rather interesting man. No, I would assume that your mother was the angel.
Abigail. Okay. Well, that explains the wings. What? So what? I have to talk to an angel about my exploding problem?
Yes, but normally you would be seen by angels as an abomination, hunted down.
You know an angel?
I mean, yeah. Raziel was pretty nice to me when I met him.
He may not have been able to see your true form yet. My guess is that once you came in contact with the flame elemental's power, that it unveiled your true form.
Well, looks like maybe I should not talk to Raziel then. I mean, if he's gonna kill me, I really don't want to fight an angel. Unless you know how to kill an angel? I don't know how to kill an angel.
Not unless you have one of their blades.
Nope, don't know what that looks like. No idea.
We had one.
You had one.
I don't think I had one. I think someone else didn't. Henrietta had one?
Oh.
He had a demon blade.
Yeah, I think they're different.
Henrietta has a demon blade.
I thought we had Raziel's thing and we gave it back to him.
His feather.
Oh, it was his feather.
Yeah, you gave
it
his feather to summon him. Yep.
Yep.
Well, maybe I should figure out how to kill them before we talk to one, just in case he turns on us. But
well, I mean, you can trap an angel to get the answers from him. All you need is a little bit of holy oil.
Did not know holy oil was used to trap angels. That is a neat trick.
Yes, a ring of fire, if you will, to trap an angel.
Huh.
She digs in a drawer in front, and she comes with this small earthen urn that has a little topper on it. And she says, "This is what I'm willing to give you, enough to make a small circle. You can't kill an angel with it, but you could certainly trap one for a while."
If we trap him in that.
Well,
He already doesn't like us.
right.
I mean, he kind of likes us.
Well, I appreciate it. I don't know how to thank you. You, and I like look back in the mirror for a second. You're a interesting character, aren't you?
And she says, "I like to think so."
I will like snatch it's a vial of holy oil out of her hand, and I'll like start to go for my shirt and say, "Well, I hope I can figure out. Is it fatal if
you blow up? Yes, I would say so.
Would an angel die if they blew up like that? Or
with that much energy, I would say so, yes.
Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping my angel half would help me, but obviously not.
An angel is only able to absorb so much power. A Nephilim is about half so.
Well, I will, maybe I can do some research about Nephilim. I've never heard that before. That's a new term for me. All of this is new, and as I finish putting on my shirt and like adjusting and putting the vial away, and like my eyes are shifting back and forth, like she might not be able to read my mind, but she can probably tell I'm agitated and frustrated at the same time, but also Like, I obviously try my best to hide it from her because she's done nothing to me. But I look back up at her after I put everything away and thank you. I would have never known I was a Nephilim. Don't worry, I won't. And I gesture back to the mirror. Your secret safe's with me.
Fair enough. And she digs into one of the drawers and puts something in her pocket. And she walks back out and she says, I shall continue working on your friend, and I will send her forward when it is time. Was there anything else that you needed from me?
When she wakes up, if she wakes up.
She's gonna wake up.
She would wake up.
Well, then when she wakes up, let her know that I appreciate her saving my life. I didn't get the chance to talk to her before I passed out last time.
So you see she kind of smiles and she looks above her shoulder like this for just a fraction of a second and she says, certainly, I will let her know.
What? I looked to see where she was looking.
Just like over her shoulder, there's really nothing there except for more plants.
I give her a weird look. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Let's go. As I make a huff out of the room. Like slamming the door behind me.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
But okay. Are we all ready?
Yeah. I'll actually kind of lag behind though.
Actually, ma'am, we talk.
Certainly.
Well, Mama kind of found out about Daddy's,
What do you think told her?
Dad. Oh, was you great? Did you tell her also that you killed brother?
She did disagree with me, but she also knew what the ramifications were. You see, I cannot have any more monsters on my conscience.
Well, she's worried that he's going to try to do the same thing to me. He doesn't have any more of that stuff, does he?
He does.
What did I do?
Don't accept it.
Well, yeah, but what if he force feeds it to me or something? Puts it in a biscuit and bakes it into a cupcake. I love cupcakes.
No, the liquid must be injected, not ingested.
What if he forcefully does it? What do I do?
You fight it.
Okay, that seems fair.
I apologize, but your father found out that I had ruined the last batch, and that is why I'm an ex-member.
So what happens if I'm not able to successfully fight it? What happens to me?
And you become like us.
A monster?
You would know that.
That was mean.
She called them monsters. I was just repeating what she said. So...
Yeah, but you're outside of that.
What does that mean? Unaging? Undying?
She smiles and she says, yes, those are some of the aspects to it. The others are worse.
How worse?
She grabs, the end of one of the tables, one of the wooden tables that's in her greenhouse here, and you see as her arm starts to, expand with muscle and the veins, begin to protrude on her arm, and her nails begin to grow a little bit, and she clenches the wood, and you can tell this is a hardwood on the table itself, and you see as she kind of grits her teeth, and these small fangs begin to appear, and she snaps the wood in her hand, and she says, sometimes we cannot control it.
That poor wood. Never had a chance.
Okay. Well, I don't want any of that. I like just being, a little bit of an odd mortal.
I'd hope you'd stay that way. It takes about 20 years for those that do undergo the change to settle, shall we say. In that time, you may cause quite a ruckus.
Do you have a sledgehammer
No.
and a pair of scissors?
Why?
I pull out the credit card and the cell phone.
I will handle those. I'm a little miffed that you brought those in, but...
Honestly, after all the trauma that we went through in the last hour, I forgot I had them until right about now.
You see a couple vines, descend from the ceiling and, take the phone and, crush it.
Thank you.
And you see one of the plants, chomps the cards up.
Plastic's not good for plants.
Don't worry, it's all acid. It will dissolve in the system.
Perfect.
I tried taking care of that problem earlier.
Yeah, but I don't like you. I like her.
She murdered your brother.
Right?
Yeah, but I get it now. I don't want to be able to crush tables with my hands. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. But I could make magic make me do that.
And she smiles and she says, "It's a good choice because it comes with a price."
How could you wanted to kill this?
This is Sabaro.
What makes you think I wanted to?
Inheriting the Sabaro
Did you accept the contract?
Goes in
Canon, right?
Yeah.
Why would you accept the contract to kill somebody?
It's a job.
Why can't you just work at Pizza Hut?
Non-spawn.
First Domino's, then Sabaro, now Pizza
I'm
Hut.
sorry, Pizza the Hut.
Pizza the Hut.
You got those brick walls and the glass Pepsi cups.
Oh, I thought you were referencing Spaceballs?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spaceballs.
But yeah, so she answers your questions, and she, while you two are talking, she goes over to Dawn and she says, "I think I have something for you, my dear, that's maybe interesting. This is we call it a good luck charm." And you see as she pulls out a silver bangle, as she does so, very faintly you see this, small bit of smoke kind of coming off of her hand as she's doing so.
It's
Almost imperceptible, but
Okay.
there's a little bit. But you see as she, attaches it to your wrist and she says, "This helped me through my druidic training. May it help you on yours." So you have a druidic charm of good luck, and you may reroll any one rolled on magics that do not inflict harm.
So basically, cure.
I come in guns blazing with my silver.
I mean, traps.
In theory, and stuff like that. She does harm or just cure, but just no harm.
I have a shotgun that has silver bullets.
No, I like this lady. She's nice.
Silver buckshots. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem.
All right. Well, let's go to the car, girls. I think Gray wants some private time.
Oh, I'm not there.
I was like, Livia's already gone.
Yeah, I left already.
I'm just talking to you
Slam.
then.
Yep.
And the rest of them leave, but she goes back to working on Henrietta and kind of turns her back on you, and she says, "Yes."
I take one bullet out of my gun, and I'll set it down by her.
Shoot Henrietta. Just
Blammo!
Can you fix this?
Oh god, you'd be so murdered.
Yeah, these plants would devour you, man.
I would murder you and the plants.
I'll set it down by her.
Okay.
I'll be back when the bill comes due.
I'm sure you will.
I'll leave this with you in the time being, in case I forget to bring ammo the next time.
Well, there may not be a next time if you don't work a little more closely with your team.
Looking down at Henrietta. Might not be so bad, we'll see.
And she just continues working.
I leave.
Okay.
So while you guys were in there talking, I would have sat on a stump or something outside and taken out my lilac bunny rabbit and just been holding it and softly crying to myself.
Oh, sure.
As this is probably the first time I've been without Henrietta in a long time. And so...
One more sip and you'll be the furthest away from Henrietta you've ever been.
Right. And so I definitely would be silently sobbing to myself. And as soon as I hear that, like, they start coming out, I would quickly wipe away my tears and
Definitely
put on a facade.
Sure.
But
her eyes are like red.
right. Like I look
And
like
puffy, yeah.
Yep. Definitely not. I can't hide that.
Yeah.
Mascara's running.
Right. Yeah. The cheap 50-cent mascara that I stole from Walmart.
Yeah, exactly. It's black. It matches.
Yeah. It matches everything else.
Yeah.
So that's what you find as you leave.
Well, when I come out, I put my hand on your shoulder and give it like a little soft squeeze, and I'll be like, "Should be all right."
I know. She better be.
I'm sure she'll call us as soon as she wakes up.
Does she have a phone?
Miss Lotus has a phone.
This Sbarro lady?
Yeah. Well, I just gave her mine.
She just fucking crushed it.
Right?
Yeah. I'm sure she has a phone. Henry has, there's probably a payphone in the air.
I'll
You
send...
look around and there's no telephone or electric poles
Henry
going
will find
to this
a way
house.
to get in touch with us. You know Henry. I left her, before we left, I will have written a little note and put it in Henry's pocket.
Okay.
Here's where we're going. We're all safe. Olivia's alive. We're all alive. We had to be at this location, so we left you in good hands. Wear a seatbelt.
All right. So Gray, you now join the girls at the Suburban that you hotwired. So I'm assuming you guys all hop in and start making the trip to
Set the road, Jack.
Right.
I'm not driving. Not it.
I definitely would sit in the very far back and just hug my rabbit and not say anything for a while.
I should probably do the same thing we did on the way here. Not stop to sleep, and just take turns driving. I mean, how far away are we from Minnesota?
It's 20 hours.
I pull out
20,
the
at least
atlas.
20, maybe 25. It was 22 or 23.
I gotta tell you, I'm
to
really
DC.
looking forward to us being able to sleep in a bed and not curled up on a car bench.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
So yeah, you guys are roughly almost 21 hours.
21?
From
Oh.
Blackjack.
Yeah.
From Eden Prairie.
We're not stopping in a hotel, right?
I don't think there's time.
Can we stop at least?
We got a long drive ahead of us.
Can we stop at a truck stop somewhere for 20 minutes so that I can wash all my blood off of me?
You'll have to fuel up at some point in time.
Can we fill up at a place with a shower? Or a big
No,
sink?
just use a bottle of water.
I'll use whatever is necessary, man. I don't know if this is even all my blood. Actually, I'm pretty sure a lot of it's yours.
Probably.
Alright, so you guys get underway onto the road, and that's where we'll take our first break.
Do you like supporting artists? Do you like nerdy things like Dungeons & Dragons? Then Co-op Creations SD is the store for you. You can find adorable dragons, menacing mind flayers, and jealous jelly cubes to accompany you on your adventures. Need a way to safely transport your math rocks? Then their homemade dice bags will keep your click-clacks warm. Stop on by their Etsy page soon, as stock is limited.
And welcome back. We will skip the road trip to Eden Prairie, but we'll say that you guys arrive about 21 hours later. Definitely exhausted, as you guys really haven't gotten a night's sleep in a bed.
In a few days.
In a few days,
Yeah.
yes. So
Please, just a hotel, a shower, like a 2-hour nap in a bed, please.
Why are you...
You're the one who made us drive to the last place nonstop. And now we drove to this place nonstop.
Do you have room for do you have money for a room? Because turns out pockets.
Yeah, I mean, I got a bunch of cash in my wallet.
You gonna pay for a room for us?
Well, that was why I was asking him, please. Oh, but you got fired, didn't you?
Yeah. None of us have connections anymore.
Well, none of you know that.
You didn't tell us on 21 Hour Drive?
I mean, you would have heard that there was the hit out, like, he had the hit out for her.
Yes, I mean, as far as you know.
And something about demon contracts.
Yeah.
And hellhounds being sent after him.
Yeah, all sorts of
Yeah,
things.
if I don't fulfill the contract, but contract is still in play.
So is it a no to the hotel?
We might be here a while, so I guess just don't make any weird friends that play with your dreams.
I feel offended.
So you guys see now the Eden Prairie, Minnesota sign. You can see it. You're approaching the city limits. Where are you going?
Ever said that the gourd was here somewhere? Don, you're from here. Do you got any museums, weird gourds? Museums in general?
Know of any place to start, or like a library to go to, maybe?
I mean, there's a number of places that you could start. I wonder. We'll say that
Farmers
Eden
market.
Prairie in
Yeah.
the 80s has a library. Sure.
I'm sure they do have.
Everyone has a library.
Right.
Every place has a library, yeah.
Isn't that part of requirement of being in a town sometimes? Like post office, library?
Post office library.
I don't know if library is.
Post office, definitely. Library,
Right.
But yeah, you guys are coming back. It is almost New Year's now, so you guys are getting close to the end of the year.
what's the date?
Has it been
We'll
a full year?
say
'Cause it was just Christmas, and then we spent like 3 months.
It's been timey-wimey. I don't
Wait.
know.
Right?
That doesn't add up because when we came out of the compound, it was almost Christmas. It was like a week or two before Christmas. I don't know how long it took us to get to Texas.
Oh, I thought it was like
we were
just
only in
Christmas when we
Texas
were
for
there.
like a
We had
day.
it
Krampus
took you
fights.
2 days to reach Texas.
No,
So that's
I thought it was
3 days.
So it's almost Christmas.
So it's almost Christmas.
'Cause we got
Okay.
time.
Oh,
Okay, so it's almost Christmas. That makes more
Oh.
sense. That makes more sense time-wise, yeah.
Where did the 3 months come from? Was it 3 months? Was it like Halloween?
Yeah,
When we
because
went in?
Yeah.
we went in
Oh.
October.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you pull into Eden Prairie and you
So was
see
it like
a
the-
giant tree.
Was it like the 24th or something like that?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm sure we are driving through a lot of snow and ice.
Yeah, it is awfully cold here compared to the East Coast. I mean, it was still rainy and cold, but it's not bitterly cold like it is here. And it's not Texas.
Well, we were
We
in
have
Texas.
been in so many different climates this last week.
Right.
Well, it was kind of cold in the last state we were in. Cold in Texas.
You mean Wisconsin? Wisconsin was the state we drove just
yeah,
through.
I mean, it's been cold all over the place. Except for Texas, obviously.
Yeah.
It's Christmas Eve, y'all. Can we get hot cocoa?
That sounds great. I'm sure they probably have some at the hotel. We can order room service. Right? You guys can pay for room service?
You pay for room service?
Like, I mean, I'm turned out pockets. So, you pay for room service?
We need to get you a job.
Who
Doing what?
What kind of job can she get when we're in different state every damn day?
I could be a traveling psychic.
That could be fun. Oh, I like that idea.
That's a
Oh,
old
wait!
profession.
I have a job.
Not the old.
I do things.
You're a
I'm
musician.
I really don't think I could. I can book a gig on Christmas Eve though, or it's gonna be closed tomorrow.
Probably not.
Imagine we could probably stay at my house.
Oh,
Is there enough room for all of us?
is somebody?
It's a big open house.
Is somebody there?
Well, my dad would be there.
Your dad would be there.
We
He
need to
probably
call.
would appreciate some company on this
Oh.
Christmas Eve.
Well, you know what? Let's check out some books from the library and then go and spend Christmas Eve with your daddy.
Okay.
Does your mom visit on Christmas Eve?
I don't know. It's new that she's dead.
Her mom's dead.
Did she?
Olivia, we knew
What?
that.
I did.
Yeah, you do. You know my mom's Antiope.
Yeah, we've
but-
had this conversation.
But she. I didn't know she died. When did she? When did she die?
Before you, like, she was in the
She
hospital
told
and
us that
died.
her mom gave
passed
her
over and
on her
became,
deathbed,
elemental.
gave her the coordinates to where we
but
met
you-
her that first time.
Well, you've been seeing her all this time.
Her spirit, her, like, true form.
did not know that.
Her human, just her human.
Oh, like, you didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Matt didn't know that?
I did not know that, or Olivia.
Oh, no, like she's an elemental. That's like her true form.
But
her human form died.
Yeah.
Clearly. Yeah.
Oh.
It's just another day in the life. Did
Yeah.
your daddy know she was an elemental? No. I mean, you didn't, so maybe he didn't either.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't tell him that.
Yeah, it might be easier to
It might
say
be
that we
easier for
haven't
him
seen
not
her.
to know she's still running around, yeah. As a god person.
Running around town.
She's just a town bicycle.
Yeah.
We shouldn't go to a house without something. So let's stop at a Quickie Mart or whatever they're called in
Speedway.
It's not
A quick trip.
A quick trip. Whatever. We'll stop at one of those places. We'll grab up like a fruitcake.
Super.
My dad loves chocolate covered cherries.
We'll get some chocolate Cordels, cherry Cordels, and then we'll bring them over to the house for your daddy.
Yeah, he'd appreciate that. That's a New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve.
Yeah, maybe
tradition.
a snow globe. We can wrap it up for a gift.
Is it a blow globe?
A blow globe.
Like it has blow in it?
No,
Or-
snow globe.
Oh, I was. Oh, no.
No, you do drugs on Christmas Eve.
I mean, you do it every other day, right?
I know I've only ever done the drugs once.
Oh, okay.
You weren't even there.
I heard about it.
Yeah, it was weird.
She's not allowed anymore.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are headed to the library first?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're gonna check out some books.
Check out.
We're gonna
Cool.
stop at the Quickie Mart. What did you call it?
Quick Trip?
Speedway.
Speedway.
Quick trip.
Quick Trip.
To legit.
Super America.
Super America.
Yeah.
We're just
We're gonna look
list them
for.
all.
We're gonna stop at a gas station for a gas station fruitcake.
Sure.
Cherry Cordels.
Yes.
Cherry Cordels. That's what we were gonna get, and then we're gonna go to Dumb's house.
Okay.
It's our plan of operation.
So, you guys go to the library first of all,
I
and
don't have any overdue fees.
You definitely do.
it's a small town library, but the librarian does know you, Dawn. So she goes, "Oh dear, how you been?
I'm hanging in there. Just
Good.
surviving.
Good. I'm sorry to hear about your mama.
Thanks, that means a lot.
Do we still look like shit?
Huh?
Covered in
Do we
blood.
still look like shit?
You look pretty rough. You've been in a car, bleeding on your clothes.
In 2 car accidents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you certainly have healed, but
And we stopped at a gas station at some point in time for a shower because that was a request of mine.
Gray told you to use a water bottle.
Yeah.
Well, then we
So-
still look like shit. Perfect.
You could have bought a bigger water bottle.
I don't think a water bottle's gonna clean the
They had
blood.
gallons of water.
Dawn
So,
walks into
whoever's
the
searching, I need you to make me an investigative
all I had.
mystery.
Like, I said,
or
Dawn
if somebody wants to help
Oh,
somebody
I
else,
thought you
just
were like
Okay, well,
hanging
I
out in there.
investigate
No,
a
no, no, no.
mystery
Became anti-OP.
Oh.
I don't remember what her real name was.
is okay. Sharp. Who's got good sharp? I got a +1.
This is
Sandra. Who's your mom's?
Cassandra, that is a name.
Or
that-
Cassie.
That is a name.
I have +1 sharp as well.
Well, how about I
My dad did
assist
this
you
for
because I have I can give you a +2 if I succeed.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me a...
Ooh, that's good. That's good. 11, 12.
12?
To help.
So you get a +2 for me.
Okay, so I have +3 to this roll for. So that's 8. So 11. And I was doing which one? Sorry.
Investigate mystery.
Yeah, that one. So I get hold 2.
Yep.
So I'm looking for.
You can ask me any question about the gourd if you...
Yeah. So we're looking. Are we specifically looking for books, or should we look for like any type of media? Would there be like newspaper clippings or anything like that?
Yeah,
like
you have the microfiche
yeah.
at your...
So I will look through that and look for any like historical like. Do we know what the gourd did other than it was a gourd of 1,000 rivers? Like, did it like spew water? All it like was it like a? Maybe I would look for information on.
Like flooding.
Sure, like if there was an instant of a bunch of flooding that unexpectedly happened in the middle of like winter or something, and
Or even like
freak phenomenon.
Like
that,
see if there's an article like about an exhibit at a museum nearby or something that might have like this ancient relic.
that's another great idea too. Like I didn't know if it was something that would be found that would be like misused in some way, or if it was something that was brought here, like a museum or something. So I would look for both. So that'd be my first thing. Would be just doing a broad stroke, looking for some stuff.
So you have to go back quite a ways, back into the 1800s, late 1800s.
Wow.
And this area hasn't always been known as the Land of a Thousand Lakes.
Did the gourd make the lakes?
That there was an article about a very bad drought back in this time period, and that the locals, couldn't grow crops. There was a really bad dust bowl. All of this going on, and you find a story related to it that says that a local band of wandering gypsies had brought a relic with them, or had prayed rather for rain, and that their prayers had been answered, and that the area received massive amounts of rainfall, almost to the point of being annoying, but it filled up multiple water basins, and thus the Thousand Lakes title moniker kicked in. So
now that I have like an anchor of some sort, can I try and observe that place or time? I guess would it be like this place? Because I can only observe another place or time. I guess I can't do both.
So, do you have to roll for that?
That's a use magic.
Okay. Yep. So go ahead and use me some magic.
That's a 7. I barely succeeded.
So, pick your glitch.
I will take 1 harm.
Take 1 harm? Alright. So, a little bit of blood begins to trickle down your nose as you begin to focus on this article and the picture that's shown in it, and you're pulled to this time, and you suddenly see this band of gypsies in their covered wagons, and they definitely look like the gypsy type, but you see that they're performing some kind of ritual out in this field, and there is this very large gourd that has this rope wrapped around it, and you see they are performing some kind of ritual, and the gourd spews forth this giant torrent of water, and it begins to flow into the land. But as soon as the water fills and stops flowing from the gourd itself, you see as what are probably the locals actually apprehend the gypsies and begin to trial them for witchcraft.
I have a question. Mm-hmm. So, because I rolled magic, I can use a jinx, but it specifically says when you jinx a target. Like, I can't interact with anything in the past, correct?
Correct.
Okay, because there's like specifically saying I can make them lose something that I will find. So I was like, maybe they accidentally lose the gourd, and then I imagine looking at it. But anyway.
No, unfortunately, you are peering into this particular timeline and not a part of it. So
okay, sounds good. So they get tried as witches.
Yep, and the jug gets taken away.
Okay. Do I see like a person take it and like try and destroy it, or do they just like put it in their pocket and walk away?
No, you see a gentleman that's dressed in black, and he's got a star on his chest, and you see he's got this big brimming mustache and Stetson hat, and he throws it into his, like, on the back of his horse with the rope, and starts riding towards what would probably have been that day Eden Prairie.
Okay. So as soon as I come out of my trance, I would say, well, it's definitely here. I don't know where. I just saw a sheriff of some sort take it from, as I gestured to the article, these poor gypsies that were, probably hanged or burned. And they were being taken away.
Do you think the police still have it, or do you?
I doubt it. They probably turned it over to somebody. I
mean, something that old. I feel like if it,
The article doesn't mention anything about the gourd. I'm assuming, right?
No. It doesn't mention anything about the gypsies being. You search a little bit more, and doesn't even mention about the gypsies being tried for witchcraft.
Don, is there like a museum in town here, or?
There would be a small one, so like farming in the area, local history, that kind of thing.
I can't tune into...
Most of it's in this library.
I can only tune into...
It's one of those,
attached to the library kind of thing, so...
I think this is it.
Okay.
Should we... we can go check to see if there is anything in the like, any artifacts or anything. Since I saw what it looked like, I would know what the shape and stuff. Mm-hmm. Could I use magic again to try and find it, kind of like a locate object type of spell, to see if I can get a ping off of it, because I'm familiar-ish with it?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and allow you to do that.
Okay, let's see how well I do.
We'll say it's part of the observe another place or time.
Okay. Ooh, that's not good. That's no, that's an 8 because I have +3.
Go ahead and give yourself a glitch.
I'll do unwelcome attention.
Okay. So you're trying to find the location of this gourd, and you do see it, but it is somewhere damp.
Like a cave?
No, loose soil. Like it's been buried somewhere, but maybe an old cellar, like a farm cellar is about the first thing that comes to your mind.
Does anyone know anything about a farm cellar? I don't see anything around it, right? It looks just like dirt and
there's not a light on or anything.
There's probably hundreds of them around us because we're in farmland country.
That didn't narrow it down at all.
Yeah. No, we just know it's underground somewhere. Yeah. Does your house have a basement?
It doesn't have a cellar.
Maybe we can ask your dad about it. Is he from here? Maybe he knows
did grow up
some
here.
lore of it?
The librarian comes over and puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Did you need anything else, dear?"
And I'm probably still a little disoriented, and I look at her. No.
She says, "You've got a little something on your nose," and she had a hanky
Oh.
Probably assumed you're doing glow.
Right. As I take the handkerchief and quickly try and rub away and get a bunch of makeup on it, I'm sure.
I think we need to go get you something to eat. You look a little peckish.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Thank you for your help, man.
You're very welcome. You may keep the handkerchief.
Thanks.
Cherry Cornell?
As I just
blood,
a bunch of just a blood clot, I'm sure, into this handkerchief.
All right. So you guys are leaving the library.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to the gas station now.
We're going to get some Cherry Cornells.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're going to Olivia's house.
So
Nope.
Don's house.
I don't have a house.
Well, not yet. We're going to find
What?
it.
I don't have one.
We're going to find it.
Your house is
Okay.
in heaven.
Oh.
Sure.
Did you tell that to us during our... did you share that with us?
I did not tell you that.
Okay.
No, I did not share that information.
Okay. Everybody's keeping secrets.
That's probably something you don't want to be telling anyone
No.
about.
I probably will try and... Anyway, we'll get to that later.
So, you guys make it to the gas station. You're able to buy some Queen Anne's or Cherry Cordells, whatever.
Sure.
And you find a tiny little fruitcake for...
Thanks.
What?
No. That was...
Oh, was that a twin joke?
Yes!
Oh, okay.
Anyway, continue.
Okay.
Continue.
No. Now I do.
Fruitcake is a slur for a gay person.
Gotcha.
No, but it's an actual...
I know what it is, thank you. Anyway, continue.
But, you find one of those, and you don't... this place has been cleared out of booze, except for,
Oh, well, yeah, it's Christmas Eve.
And it's Minnesota,
right.
And,
everything's closed on Christmas Day.
Right? About the only thing that you guys can find is a couple bottles of, bubbly juice.
Do they have those really expensive, pizzas that you put in the microwave, or in the oven? I don't
Frozen
know.
pizzas?
Yeah, I don't know if your dad has, a turkey, but I feel like we should offer something for dinner.
Well, can't we have the cherries?
Well, that's for him. That's the gift.
It's a gift.
Oh, I thought we were sharing those.
We need real food, not sweets.
Oh, I would have eaten them.
Well, you can eat them, but that's dessert. We need a proper dinner.
Whatever.
Which pizza isn't really a proper dinner, but
I mean, it's food, right?
Yeah, but there's no vegetables.
Tomato's a vegetable. We don't know that yet, but it is.
Yeah. Reagan probably told us by now.
Reaganomics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you're
Yeah,
it's fine. Let's leave. Let's go.
So, Don, you're probably driving, I'm guessing?
Yeah, we would know the way.
Yep, easily enough.
You know the way.
What's your dad's name?
I think it's Frank.
Frankie?
Well, I don't remember.
Nope, Dale.
Oh, Dale, because it's a pun as well. Dale is also...
Dale Valley.
Dale Valley. Dale is also hill and dale.
Mm.
It's another name for a valley. So his name is Valley.
I did not know that.
Do you guys not put thought into your names?
No.
I think hard about names.
I steal my friend's child's name.
Gross. Child.
Yeah.
So you drive up to your house, and you can explain what kind of house that you live in. If
I
you'd
don't
like.
remember. In my head, it's
you haven't told me, so
Yeah.
Right.
So, in my head, it's a large, colonial house, which would probably be out of character for that area, but it'd be a large white house with a big wraparound porch.
Sure.
It's in a suburban area, so it's very white,
So,
but safe, very safe,
Yeah.
upper class. But it's just a big house for 3 people live there. It's too big for 3 people, but it's just a house.
We'll say there's some a good set of stairs. You live on a little bit of a hill, so there's enough stairs going down from the wraparound porch to give you a little bit of a hill to your house. So you pull up
Hill and Dale.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's probably the name of the house. It's probably a fancy enough house that it has a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you live on Hilldale.
Yeah.
But
Does
you...
your house have one of those nameplate signs outside the front
Yeah, I
of
feel
it?
like it would have a name.
Yeah, my house has one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you drive up and you see in one of the picture windows where the living room to be. Looks like the lights aren't really all on. There's only one light. There also is the flash of blue from the TV itself, kind of thing. Yeah. And yeah, you pull up, park along the sidewalk.
Okay. Get out and be I guess this is it. I haven't seen Dad in a while, but...
Do you want us to come in with you, or should we let you...
Let me go in and see how he's doing.
Okay. Well, don't forget the cherries.
Thanks. I'll eat one.
If he asks why we all look like we've been in a gang fight.
We'll just keep her Brooklyn Center.
Oh.
That's too, yeah.
So yeah, Don, as you're climbing the steps to your house, you actually see in the window as your father has heard you close the door to the Suburban. It's an old car.
Yeah.
And seen you start walking up, and he immediately, you see the top of his head and you see his eyes meet you, and, he immediately stands up from his chair and, swings the door open and stands in it. You guys have one of those screen doors, and you see that I imagine him not to be an overly large individual, but... he was always kind of the doting father to you. Maybe not as doting as your mother, but like you were his baby girl. That kind of relationship.
I was spoiled.
And with the passing of your mom, he hasn't seen you since then. And you see as he throws open the door, and he is in tears. He looks at you like you're not really there. Like, can you be there? And he looks at you, and you're still kind of scuffed up from from your adventures. And tears are streaming down his eyes, and he opens up the door kind of slowly, like he can't believe what he's seeing. And he reaches out to the rail on the wraparound porch, and he just says, "Dawn?"
Dad.
He, like, comes rushing down the stairs, and he just, like, grabs you up. He's not, like I said, a large individual. I imagine him being a decently tall and skinnier individual, but he picks you up like he would have years ago. And he just, like, cries into your shoulder and says, "I didn't know where you've been, and thought I'd lose you too." And he's having a hard time even speaking at this point.
Dom would probably, like, after he sets her down, like, reach up and, like, wipe away his tears and say, "Would never leave you, Daddy."
And he sets you down, and he just, like, holds your hand in his face and kind of you see him see the wear and tear on your face over the last few months. And he says, we just got so much to catch up on. And he kind of, like, looks behind you, and he says, "Oh, you have company?"
I have to imagine we're all like,
Yeah, on the
not Greg. Greg's all like,
Yes, definitely.
But
Olivia and Danica.
Olivia and Danica are like watching this touching moment, like.
It probably would pull a little tear to Olivia, as this is the first Christmas that you might be spending without Henrietta, and so...
Mm-hmm. I would definitely be like, everything that you are saying to your dad, I would literally be telling her, like, like she tells him that blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And he
And I'm
says,
just like,
blah, blah, blah,
oh,
like,
this is so touching.
I'm just a translator.
You're just closed captioning. You're something done.
Yeah.
Your breath is fogging up the window.
Yeah.
Nothing is private with Olivia.
No,
Yeah, right.
No.
And he's like, "Well, invite him in. We'll eat something. I'll make something. I didn't really take anything out, but we'll make something.
Perfect. My friends are anxious to meet you.
We'll tell him to come on in."
Oh god, I can't remember how doors work. Roll out of the car accidentally. Did anybody see that?
No.
Perfect. Come on, Mr. Gray. Lock the doors behind you.
I just want him to pull out like a stack of Hungry Men and start eating them up. That's what I imagine.
I mean,
Right.
you know, it feeds himself.
So when I was growing up and my mom would go away for the weekend, my dad would just get like banquet chicken.
Sure.
Do you remember
yeah.
those like old boxes that came in like the
Oh,
ice
yeah.
cream?
Yep.
Yep.
Like, and then that's what he would make us. He's like, "I'm making chicken." But I feel like this is what Dale does. He eats a lot of banquet chicken.
So yeah, you guys walk up the stairs, and I'm assuming Dawn is introducing Dale to the rest of you.
It's just a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Valley.
Pleasure's all mine. Why don't we get out of the cold and go inside?
Yeah.
We should buy jackets. Damn it, we should have gotten them at the gas station.
Right? With what money?
You can buy them, yeah. Just the Mall of America.
As we all turn and look at Gray.
Right.
Who has an overcoat?
What year did the Mall of America
I was
open?
just gonna ask that.
It was like
Was it the 80s?
I think it was like mid 90s. Like I would say.
What year did
like
the Mall of
93,
America open? 1992. Oh, we're a long way off. Okay.
That's season 2.
But yeah, you step into this colonial, you said, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right word, but like a big like white.
Sure,
house.
sure.
Like a plantation type of house?
No, like I'm thinking like I know it's East Coast, but I'm thinking like the house from like Hocus Pocus.
Oh yeah.
Something kind of like that. I think that's colonial style, but
Yeah.
like, I mean, really, my heart would be like a mid-century modern ranch, but it's
Right.
not really what I imagine. That's what I want.
You see, as Dale does have a fire in the living room, he starts like frantically turning lights on so it doesn't seem so
Sad.
drafted. Yeah, yep. And you see that he's not really taken down any of the pictures of your mom. He's left them up. And pictures of you guys as a family and everything. So this is the first time you guys get to see some pictures of Dawn as a little one. And
I definitely would poke fun at you. I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you have one of you in a little dress. It's so cute."
Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at it. She's gonna carry it.
She starts taking him down. Like opens like there's like a cedar chest, and he's just like,
Look at little Dawn dressed as a witch for Halloween.
nose.
Yeah.
But you hear him fumbling around inside, and you do see him like go from like the side with the icebox to the side of the kitchen with like the microwave. He's microwaving like Hungry Man meals.
Yeah, that's right.
TV dinners.
Yeah,
So
that's what I imagine.
that's what you guys are getting.
Which is probably the best we've had in a long time.
Oh yeah.
There's a Salisbury steak one. The Salisbury steak one's my favorite.
That is the
good.
worst one.
Oh, I like that one.
That one.
As long as it's got mashed potatoes and a brownie.
Yeah.
I like there. With corn.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like the corn.
Turkey and stuffing.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah.
But
Has
you
a couple
guys,
of like those. Where the kids,
Hey, viewers,
kids
comment
cuisine
below
ones.
your favorite Hungry Man meal.
Yeah. Oh, I would definitely eat the
Yeah.
shit out of that.
but yeah, you guys.
Did you give him the
hear-
cherry Cordales?
That was the first thing I did.
Okay. Oh, we got fruitcake too. I said the fruitcake on the table.
Okay. He thanks you as he's like fervently like throwing in and pulling out different Hungry Man meals. Like he's making more than necessary.
Olivia is a very hungry
Microwave.
person, so that's fitting.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, make yourselves at home. I'll set the table here." And I say, "Don, will you help me set the table?"
Yeah. I'll start grabbing like cutlery and like glasses to like
You
get stuff for people.
you dig around in the fridge as a child would, and the only thing you really see in here is like a lot of beer. You know, your father wasn't a huge drinker, but like.
It's
about-
stress drinking.
Right.
Sure.
His life has just changed.
Yeah.
Right? A lot.
I imagine it's just like a lot of like grain belt, like cheap beer.
Yeah.
Natty Light.
Oh.
Maybe, I don't know. Miller High Life, the champagne of beers.
Oh, I don't know if he's that fancy.
Gross.
That's cheap.
Old Milwaukee or something.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a ham one? Like a
Ham's beer. I
Ham's,
think that's
yeah.
also cheap. But like all of that, like that vein of just like,
Yep.
it's basically beer, but it's pretty close to water at the same time.
Yep.
Also what I
Exactly.
drink all the time when I'm not drinking salty water.
But yeah, besides that, you do find like a jug of orange juice and milk. So that's really the only thing that you really have.
Hydrated.
Yeah. The fridge is pretty sad looking. There's like eggs and bacon in there, and that's about it.
That's more than most bachelors. Like
Right.
you find like a bottle of ketchup and
Widow.
mustard.
I mean,
Lieutenant
there's lots of
Bachelor's and
condiments in
Widow.
the door
Right.
and whatnot.
Oh,
So.
yeah.
But yeah, he gets done. You set the table. He starts putting the Hungry Man's out, and he's just like, "Help yourself. Enjoy."
That's where you all scarf
Yeah.
anything in front of us down. I'm
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, great,
We've been
this
eating
is,
the worst things.
Grace slumming it.
sure. Right? Oh, yeah.
Grace like, I didn't know that this like
Great, don't let your brownie get cold. It turns rock hard.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Uses it as a weapon in knife battle.
Danica, the person who comes from pretty high life, still won't scoff a Hungry Man meal.
Right.
I
She
mean,
went
you
to
probably
college.
had some in
She went
college.
to college.
Yep. But yeah, you guys have a pseudo home cooked meal.
Yay!
It's not from a gas station.
It's not McDonald's.
Right. It's probably the nicest food I've had in a while.
Yes.
So yeah, you guys all eat, and Dale's pretty conversational at this point. It almost seems like he's probably starved for some kind of social interaction at this point.
Oh, tell us all about Dawn as a child.
Tell us literally every
embarrassing story ever.
Well, she was the cutest button when she was younger.
Button.
God.
Did she pee the bed a lot?
Come on, we all did that.
I mean, I didn't.
All small babies pee themselves.
I mean, yeah, but not until you're like 10 or something.
He goes to like a small buffet and opens up one of the drawers and comes out with like a photo album of pictures.
Oh, yeah. Album comes out.
Yep. And like memorabilia in there. There's baby footprints and handprints, and there's like first pictures and
baby's first bath, baby's
lock of
first
hair.
yeah.
You see a lot of pictures with Dawn's human mother, who appears to be a very likeness to Antiope. There's small facial differences, but like blonde hair, blue eyes, and very caring smile. It seems like Dale probably took most of these pictures, and he was very, very proud of all of them. So, it shows Dawn off in grade school and any extracurricular activities, gymnastics, what have you.
Look at Dawn in her little leotard.
I would definitely send you a message, like make eye contact with you and be like, does he know that you can? And I just like wave my hands. Okay. I was gonna ask like, when did you first start showing powers? But that's not a question I can ask. Well, she was a very adorable daughter, I'm sure.
Right.
And as I'm looking at these pictures, I think for a second that I don't have any of these pictures. This is not something I would ever have.
You're jealous?
It is.
I would definitely get a little jealous and sad and angry at the same time. And like well up a bit and just like slam the book shut.
Let's make a memory. Wait, I got it. I will reach into my bag for one of those little like gas station wind-up cameras. And I like wind it up and I accidentally take a picture and I go, fuck, and then I wind it up again.
And Dale says, you know what, I have something. And he reaches into the buffet and he pulls out an old Kodiak, like the shakeable kind, Polaroid.
Polaroid, yeah. That's where
like in my head, he's like an amateur photographer.
Oh, yeah, no.
And so like we probably would have like a dark room, like why he took all the pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
I like that. Okay, everybody gather
we'll even
up.
say that he worked for the local paper.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
did
cute.
some photography for them.
Gray, get your ass over here and smile. Do it.
Okay.
And he's like, all right, squeeze in a little bit more, squeeze in, and smile.
Bunny ears, Gray.
The best thing in the world.
Right. I grimace.
And he clicks a picture, and a Polaroid comes out. One of the you're not supposed to shake it.
Supposed to shake it.
But and
he would
definitely helps, even though it doesn't.
yeah, exactly. Like blowing on a cartridge for Ness.
Yeah.
Yo, that works. I can prove that shit.
No, it doesn't.
Literally everyone who has owned one knows the feeling.
But it's bad. Anyway,
It's really bad for their...
yeah. Anyway, moisture.
but anyway,
Doesn't matter if
the
it works.
picture comes out a couple minutes later. He gives you guys the picture. So, the picture, like, it's the first picture you've all taken as a group.
Without Henrietta.
Without Henrietta.
Oh fuck!
Right?
We'll draw a little stick figure.
And that's actually the first thing when you see this picture, Olivia, that, like, you're thousands of miles away from Henrietta, and tomorrow is Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Do I notice anything, like, angelic about the picture at all? Like, nothing shows up like that, I'm hoping?
nope.
Okay. I was gonna, like, have to, like, burn it, and if so.
Oh yeah, no, nothing like that.
Okay.
So,
We all need a bath. I'm just looking at the picture and I'm
Right.
like, we all need a bath.
yeah, maybe we'll take another one. We have 2 bathrooms, one upstairs and one on the level here. So if you guys want to,
bathrooms.
well, one's a bath only. It's an old house.
Pretty fancy.
I I won't tell you how many bathrooms are in my house.
Right. There's a bathroom within the bathroom.
Right.
I have my own personal bathroom.
Ugh, I'm so jealous.
I miss baths in general.
Are you taking the first bath?
There's 2 bathrooms.
What?
Yeah, the bath is upstairs, and then the shower's down here.
Well, you guys can go there. I'm going to go upstairs. Go into my room.
I'll come up with you. You can show me to the bath. I would like to soak in hot water for a while.
Perfect. Well, I have some bath salts you can use. Or those, like, back in the day, you used to have bath beads.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like the bath bombs of the 80s, but they were plastic. You put them in there, and then they like dissolved in like
I was
oil
just going to
came
ask
out.
you if you had any Mr. Bubble, but okay.
Oh, that
Yo, bubble bath is the
Bubble
shit.
bath does sound good.
Smells like bubblegum.
Yes. Please tell me you have Mr. Bubble.
I'm sure we have some under the sink.
So you show Danica to the bath, and it's an old bathtub.
It's one of those like claw foot, like deep sitting tubs.
Yep.
Oh yes,
So
I'm gonna
good.
have a nice bath in this tub.
We're just gonna hear her singing in there.
Performing for no one.
Yeah,
Right.
just herself.
So you go to visit your room. The door's closed, which is odd because whenever you lived here, the door was always open. You open the door and everything is there that you had left. But there is one thing on your bed that you did not leave. And it is an older style white dress with an envelope on it.
I'd go over to it and like look at the envelope, like look at the dress.
It's your mom's dress.
Oh.
It's one of those white sundresses that she always wore when spring rolled around.
Okay.
And like as you pick it up, you can even
Smell her,
Mm-hmm.
like
And it hits you.
sunshine and like
Daffodils
summer fields, and yeah, like
yep.
it's actually just sunflower by like whatever that perfume was from the 90s.
Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah, there's one just called sunflower. That's what I mentioned. Like it smelled like lemons.
Nothing like
It's
sunflower.
not
Yeah.
White Diamonds by
Oh yeah, Elizabeth Taylor.
My grandma always wore that.
Yeah.
Fancy.
So I
But
would,
yeah, the smell hits you and nostalgia just...
I just probably break out crying. This is the first I've dealt with seeing my mom, but a different version of her, and then you're like, this is probably the first time I've dealt with her death, because I feel like didn't I leave the hospital room and
Yeah.
so this is
You were
first
not
time I'm
there for the
home.
funeral.
Yeah. So I'd probably just cry into the dress, and then open the envelope and see what's in there. Cry more, I bet.
On the outside of the envelope itself is this swooping cursive writing. It definitely looks like it was done with a very steady hand. And it says, to my little button. And in the letter, it is from your mother. You can kind of tell that the handwriting is not as smooth in here as it was on the outside of the envelope.
Okay.
So it was probably written when she was in quite a bit of pain. But in the letter itself, she goes on to say how she's proud of the woman that you've become and that you should continue to forge on in your own path and that she knows that you'll do great things.
I'd fold it back up and put it in my jacket, so it's right here.
All right. When you put it in your jacket, the necklace that Antiope had given you kind of the two come close to each other, and the necklace itself kind of gleams a little bit with a little bit of the crystalline energy.
Okay. Just they're interacting with each other.
Mhm.
Can I do a thing some sort of an investigation check or insight to see why, or would I just know that it's part of her essence and it senses it because it's supposed to trap her basically, right?
Yep. So, you do it again. Holding them close. You don't have to roll an investigation or anything, and it almost seems to kind of pull this light off of the envelope itself.
Interesting.
So, you're in your room.
Yeah.
You're in the bathtub. What are you doing, Livian?
Well, I would look at Gray and say, I'm taking the shower first, as I bolt into the bathroom and slam the door behind my...
And Gray and Don's dad
Just gonna bro out.
Right?
It's just like silently eating hunger.
Gray forgot to eat the grani before it got cold. Now it is
He's kind of gnawing on it.
Dale's thinking, why is this old man traveling with my goddaughter?
I am this adult traveling with my teenager, my barely adult daughter.
Yep.
But yeah, I would like strip obviously and jump in the shower and just like take in the hot water because it's probably something I don't get very often.
It is true.
And just kind of bask in that for a couple of seconds and then think back to the fact that I'm basically alone. Like, I'm with people that I know, but like, I'm not with Henrietta, so it's not the same. And so like, my immediate happy would definitely mood swing into just bawling, especially if I get any type of like empathic sense from her reading her mother's letter. Like, I'm sure that would just make me spiral even more into tears.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, I would eventually clean up and come out and hear them broing out, I'm sure, about stuff.
While you're in the shower and while everybody's doing everything, you're sitting at the table for a little awkward with Dale, as he's not much older than you. He's probably...
Is he that young?
He's pretty young.
I'm not fucking...
Yeah. Dale
Don's
and...
only like 19, right?
I think I'm like, 19, 20.
Yeah.
So he could be like
so Dale and
40.
Cassandra, Dale and Cassandra had Dawn at a pretty young age, so 18, 19 for them. So he's not much older than you.
Late 30s.
I mean, I'm only like 30.
Right.
And he's probably only like early 40s.
It's not too big of a difference.
Yeah, it's not like really a huge difference.
It's enough where he's like, why are you traveling with my daughter, someone who's old enough to be like my sibling?
No, he's not getting like the standoffishness, but he's getting the like, I don't know how to interact with you because you're really close to my age kind of, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you want a beer?
What?
I feel like Ray only drinks wine.
You're old enough to have a beer, right?
We all are, thank you.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Olivia's not.
No,
Yeah,
neither are you.
Goes
Oh,
into the
fine.
fridge and he gets a couple of beers for you guys. And he invites you into the living room itself, where you now see that there's a couple of very old leather recliners, as well as we'll say probably like a love seat or something like that. And of course a giant boxed tube TV. Lots of pictures around again of Dawn and the whole family.
I should try
When you go into the living room, you
like, hey,
see that he's
talking about some shit.
probably very hastily hidden a number of empty beer cans between like his chair and like the side table.
Okay. I don't know. It's just like every new person Gray meets is like, it's incredible that people do not pay attention to like what's going on in the world. Like,
his world just got rocked, so
yeah,
he's not really caring about the rest.
So
of
it's
them.
like,
Yeah, because your mom didn't die that long ago, right?
No, like
3-ish months ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
3 months ago.
as I left.
Well, I
you
guess
guys-
I don't know that she died that soon. Do I?
I think Dawn talked about it.
Was it-
like really early on?
Like when we met, I think I explained that like she was in the hospital and like
Okay.
was passing as I.
That was like almost a year ago that we started. So I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In IRL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
And he also was like, so... You mind me asking how old you are?
I don't mind at all.
How old are you?
30.
And he thinks about it for a couple of seconds and then, like, takes a sip of beer and he's like, 30. It's not the worst thing that could happen.
It's only 10 years
I'm
difference.
sorry, I don't understand what you're getting at.
Probably.
And he goes from like awkward dad into like far off face, and he says he's kind of turning the beer in his hand, and he's just kind of like looking at it and like looking past it, really. And he says, "You have any children of your own, Mr. Gray?"
Yes.
And he says, "Well, hope you understand my apprehension."
You better listen to this conversation, Olivia.
I'm taking a shower.
We need that gossip, girl.
Yeah. Crying my fucking eyes out.
You still get the gossip, girl.
Being a father, and especially one to a daughter, it's real tough, you know. They real wild-willed, especially in their teenage years.
You don't know me. You don't know.
I suppose maybe one day I might find out.
So you got a daughter, or you plan to have one?
Well, I suppose, but I'm sorry. It's just really weird. Like, do you not pay attention to what? Like, I understand it's been pretty rough 3 months for you. It's been about a day for me, but still.
And he's like, I don't know.
You really don't know what goes on outside.
I mean, besides what I get on the news, and he kind of points to the TV with his beer, it's about it.
You don't watch it, do you?
Sometimes it's just there for the noise.
I think that's how most people view the world around them. Well, pay attention more and you might not understand. Some people just shouldn't be in their children's lives.
And he gives you a quizzical look, and he says, every child should know that they have the backing of their parent, no matter what.
When the time comes, they will.
Well, to each his own, I guess. And he, like, cheers you with his beer. And it's as Eric had said, it's it's a light beer.
Yeah.
Right. So, anytime you take a sip, it's like drinking.
Kind of like looks away to... like cringe, like, oh, God.
Sure.
I love light beer.
But yeah.
Travis and Olivia both hate it.
You do come out of the shower after a while, Olivia, and you see them sitting in opposite recliner, well, side by side recliners with a stand in between them, and they're just kind of awkwardly like taking sips of beer. And
before I left the bathroom, I wanted to try and observe where Raziel might be.
Okay.
Just curious, as I
make sure you're not being hunted.
Well, that, or if he is, talking to some people. I'm just curious about him because he's the only angel I know about, and so I'm very curious about him. So I'm going to try and basically commune with him or scry on him or whatever.
Yeah.
That's an 8. So.
What is your grudge?
I'll do short duration.
Okay. So before you leave the bathroom, you rifle through your things, and you find a small piece of the feather that was left behind, the angel feather, and you kind of use it as a component to try to focus your magic on him. And as you're doing so, you see that he hasn't changed his host, so he is still early to mid-20s, Asian American male.
With a cowboy hat.
What's that?
Because he wouldn't give me one, but he got himself one.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's dressed decently well, in the t-shirt with the Miami Vice style clothing, and he is speaking to a couple of other people. One of them looks like an older gentleman, and you overhear a little bit of their conversation, and you hear Raziel say, "No, of course I haven't seen any Nephilim. Why would I see a Nephilim? And don't you hunt them down or something?"
Do I recognize this older man he's talking to?
No. Doesn't look like he would be anybody that you would really recognize. But the voice goes, "Don't get snippy with me. You know if there are any Nephilim that they can interfere with the plan. And that's just something that heaven will not abide by. And since it's been a while since you have been among the living, don't think that you get off by being able to upset the chain of command." And Raziel goes, "It's not my job, Zachariah. I don't make the rules. I just try to avoid them."
Okay. So I will, as soon as it finishes, I will pick up my stuff and leave.
It does not finish
Oh,
yet.
sorry.
Just as you're feeling like you're being pulled away, Zachariah pokes Raziel in the chest, and he says, "Your little secret's best not mess up our plan with the Winchesters." And you get pulled away.
Ooh, we met them little babies.
Mm-hmm. They were with Bobby, weren't they?
Yeah.
But
I was like,
those were
one.
those were the brothers.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, I gave them a giraffe. No, that was episode 2.
Yeah.
Because I gave them the giraffe.
Oh, yeah, because it was
Plush
after we
toy.
got out of it. That's right, because, yeah.
But we don't know. He just said Winchesters. It could be their dad, too. Like, parents.
Could be all of them. All
Right,
of the
right.
above. All Winchesters.
Yep.
Just Winchesters in general.
Right. Okay, so...
the plan, the angels are the reason why that fucking weird-ass house exists. Oh, no, that's probably built already. It's the 80s. That's right. Never mind.
Okay,
Angels
well,
have weird time.
I will take that information and write it down for now and tell the party later.
Okay. So, Danica, you come out of your bath, and you see that there is kind of a room next to you with the door cracked lightly open. And you kind of peer in, and you see, as Dawn has this dress kind of clutched to her chest.
Kind of knock on the door lightly. Dawn?
Should probably hide the dead. I'm like, yeah?
I'm done if you want next.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. And she'll just wipe away some tears.
I know it's probably hard coming back here. You've been here since your mom passed.
I haven't. It's a lot of memories.
Bet they're good memories, though.
Some of them.
The good ones are the ones you keep.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm gonna go downstairs and have an awkward conversation with your dad until you come back.
Perfect.
Alright, so you are free to use the bathroom. Gray, if you would like to shower in the downstairs, it is also free as you see Olivia come out of the bathroom.
I might as well.
As you're walking by, I whisper to you, I used all the hot water.
As I come down the stairs, I did too. I used what she didn't use.
I'm used to ice cold.
Oh, well, okay.
Did he finish his beer?
I would assume not. It's up to you.
Did you even touch the beer?
I mean, he probably would have drank it. It's whatever.
Okay.
It would have been rude not to.
Yeah.
Fair
I
enough.
feel like crack it, but not drink it.
I would stop you, as soon as you're gone, I would stop you and say, we might want to contact your friend.
My friend.
I don't remember his name off the top of my head. The guitar guy?
Oh, you mean Ever?
Ever. I always want to call him Bever.
Well, that's a Broad City.
Yeah.
You mean my bassist?
Sure, him. We might need to learn how to summon an angel.
Would you also... Why?
Information?
On what? Why can't we just call Raziel?
Do you know how to get in contact with him? I don't. Do you have his number?
No.
I mean, I can't...
He's an angel. If I just go... What do you just,
Can you summon him by using his name?
pray to him? Dear Raziel.
I don't think you can pray to angels. I feel like that's not a thing.
I don't know.
Well, maybe we should ask your.
As you like in the middle of that, and you lead off a couple of notes. Like all of a sudden, there's what sounds like a flapping of wings, and in the next room in the kitchen, you actually look past and you see a person out digging in the fridge.
It worked. I think it worked. I hope it worked.
What did you? What?
I prayed, Raziel. I go into the kitchen. Raziel.
Is it Raziel?
He like bumps his head on the fridge as he's like deep into it. He's like, "There is nothing in here."
Yeah, well, we just had a bunch of TV dinners. There's leftovers if you want some.
Disgusting.
Throw me a beer.
Oh,
you're not old enough.
Yes, I am. I'm 22.
Just to clarify, when he was talking to Zachariah, Zachariah was saying that Raziel was hunting Nephilim, right?
No,
it was the opposite. Well, okay, I just want to make sure I have my notes right.
Yeah.
So
Raziel saying, "Aren't you the ones that?"
Right.
So, just to confirm, praying worked.
I'm an angel, of course.
I told Olivia. Look, I told she.
Listen, I could choose not to come.
Yeah,
but it's always entertaining with you folks.
Well, you missed a lot of fun, actually.
No, I didn't.
Oh, did you see it? Did you see it all happen?
I already got the gist.
Cool. She has a question for you. I don't really know what it is, but she wanted...
As I peek around the corner, I'm trying to hide from him because I know he's in there.
Yeah, I just go and grab her arm and
see,
pull her
Dale
in.
is peering into the kitchen too, and he's like, "Who's that?"
This is Ralph. He's Olivia's brother. He
looks at Olivia, looks at this Asian American male standing in his kitchen.
They have adopted parents.
Okay.
He was with us, but he was sleeping in the car. We didn't want to wake him.
He kind of thinks for a second, and then he sees that Raziel has 2 fistfuls of beer, 2 in each hand.
He's 26. It's totally fine.
Myself, I guess. My name's Dale, and he's like, "Oh, I know Dale. You're a good guy." And he's like, and he leans back in his chair and just sips at his beer.
I just grab Olivia by the hand and yank her into the kitchen. Come on!
As I pull back.
Come on! You can't.
He opens all 4 beers and starts
Olivia.
to
I'm assuming you're much stronger than me. I'm -1 tough.
I have a +2 to tough, +3 to 2 to tough. Yeah, jeez. I have +2 to tough because I got my tough.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I would definitely fight you, but
I'd probably push you in there. You're no. What is your problem? You like Raziel. He helped you get out of purgatory.
Does he see me?
He's still focused on the beer.
I will say I don't want him to see me.
Why?
Reasons.
He's seen you before. Are you shy now? Are you attracted to him? I just told that guy he's your brother. You can't do this here.
No, I'm not attracted. Just stop.
Raziel, could you put the beer down for a second? Olivia has a question
crushes
for you.
all 4 cans and does a really loud burp.
Totally rad, man.
And he kind of throws it on the table where there's Hungry Man meals all over, and he's like, "Yeah."
I'm assuming as soon as he sees me, I just freeze like a deer in headlights.
I just whisper in your ear, I think it's a mutual attraction.
What did you do?
What do you mean?
You said you saw what happened to us. We did some somersaulting through the air in a van. Olivia ate an elemental. The usual.
And he sits down in one of the chairs and starts rubbing his temples, and he's like,
I shot a machine gun.
And I just said that I haven't seen an Nephilim.
What? You're not talking very loud. What did he say? Napalm?
You should go hang out with Dale.
No, this is way too interesting.
You should just.
I go get a beer and I sit down at the table.
Can I try and bar her from this place?
She's technically already in it, so...
Can I banish? No, I can't banish a spirit or curse. Anyway.
You banish her spirit? That'd be interesting.
No, that sounds bad.
Why do you both look so uncomfortable? Cracks open beer. Take a sip.
Mrs. Sabaro, she, showed me something in this magical mirror she's got.
What? Okay. That's not the weirdest thing.
I mean, you know, like when I went behind the curtain thing.
Yeah, sure. I thought she was just bandaging your wounds. When she took me back there, all she did was set my arm.
Yeah, I heard that sounded painful.
Yeah.
I'm a half angel.
You're a half angel?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's bad.
Does that mean you guys are like cousins?
Mm-mm.
You shouldn't even be talking about this out loud.
Why?
Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. What am I going to do? My fault?
I will say to you in my head, they hunt people like me.
Why? I say out loud in my head at the same time.
Well, out loud and in your head?
I don't know. That's why I wanted to talk to...
Oh, why?
Oh, and you see now as he is like with eyes like looking back and forth as each one of you are talking in the head, and he's like, oh, that would explain that. Oh no. No.
Do you by chance have a angel blade that we can borrow for my protection?
Wait, no, whoa.
They're literally hunting me.
They don't know you're here.
They know I'm here.
As long as somebody doesn't tattle.
They probably can just innately tell. I mean, he just looked at me and could tell.
People just don't.
Every time that she uses that power, that's not telepathy.
Not?
It's not magical telepathy. It's angel radio.
Oh, that's...
So when you're using the radio, then they
can hear her.
Is there a different frequency she can use so that they can't hear her? Like, channel 2 of the walkie-talkie or something?
Oh. And he, gets up and he starts pacing behind the table. The two of you are now out of your respective bath and shower and come down and see Raziel now pacing at the kitchen table with Olivia and Danica sitting opposite.
Yes.
Yeah,
Would you like a beer? Raziel didn't drink them all yet. Also, Raziel's here. Did you know if you pray to him, he shows up sometimes? Or pray about him? I don't really know. I don't really understand the gist of it. But he shows he's here for some beer.
Yeah, why is he here and why is he pacing?
It's none of your business.
I'm in danger.
It's none of his business.
He deserves to know.
Why does he deserve to know? He didn't tell us shit.
If I am being hunted, that means the rest of us are probably going to be hunted.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell him, but he still don't tell us shit.
Why would we be hunted if you're...
You are evading a criminal, I'm guessing.
You're not a criminal. She's not a criminal.
No, but the angels see her as abomination.
There you go.
Well, that's just rude. She's not an abomination.
I mean,
you're perfect.
What is wrong with
being half angel?
You told me not to say that very loud.
I can say it because they can't listen to me.
They can listen to me?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't... okay. You know, a few weeks ago, in our time, none of this was a thing, okay? Now, all of a sudden, we have actual angels.
Thank you.
Don't say it.
Don't say it. Them.
Just don't use the A word.
And demons and hellhounds.
How about we have a different word that is,
What demons have you seen?
Oh, yes. Demons.
And hellhounds.
Those two.
And elementals? Are those demons?
Elementals.
Are those considered demons, or are they completely different?
Where do the elementals land on your board of whatever this is?
In my dad's secret society.
Not my wheelhouse.
Undying, crazy people.
Can I...
Like monsters.
Can I cast a spell to, dampen the sound or anything like that? I know it's not like on the list necessarily.
Don't worry, Dale's not paying attention to anything.
Dale, meanwhile, is like,
Yeah.
these kids are all on drugs.
Dale's like 6 beers in, and he seems to be a little slosh at this point, like trying not to listen.
Okay. Well, so you got that blade on you by chance, or
You're not getting the only means I have to defend myself.
how am I gonna defend myself?
Is there a way for us to, like, use magic to, like, mask her angelness?
Not your magic.
Your magic?
Wait. So is that why you're able to eat, absorb?
Yes, I guess.
What are you eating?
Elementals. She's had 2 of them for breakfast. They're a good source of fiber.
Why
Well, at
are
least
you eating
the earth
elementals?
Because that's the only way we know how to get rid of them.
Well, yeah.
I don't eat them necessarily.
No, the artifacts eat them. You just soak in the energy from the artifact.
Sure.
I think.
Absorb their energy of some
I haven't
sort.
studied the science behind it accurately.
None of us know what's going on.
And he's comes over to your side, and he looks apprehensive to even be close to you, and he's like, "May I?"
Be my guest.
And you see as he now, like, places a hand like this against your chest, and there is a blue light, and he starts, like, pushing his hand inside. It's very discomforting. And you see him kind of, like, reach around, and
I just
he
moved
pulls
my
his
body
hand.
so that Dale can't see me.
He, like pulls his hand back, and it looks, like, singed, and he's like, "That's not good.
That's Dardanus.
You're going to blow up."
She did twice already.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I need to...
Oh, that's why Zachariah is trying to kill you.
Who?
I feel like
some old guy.
I feel like that's a bad idea.
I don't wait. How?
I don't really. I'm
Wait.
again.
Okay. Wait. I have lots of questions, but the most important one is how do we keep her from blowing up?
Don't kill her. I feel is a really good start. I mean,
if you kill her in the bottom of the Atlantic, nobody will ever know.
that could still
I
really.
can't get to the bottom of the Atlantic, Raziel. I can't breathe water.
Well, angels can.
Does that mean I can?
No.
No. I don't know what being an you-know-what gets
so-
me other than...
I don't know either, because
a human with wings.
So, for whatever reason, your existence is illegal to you or
Hey,
people?
welcome to people trying to kill you, Club.
Yes.
Right. I mean, I'm not... that's happened my entire
Angels
life.
aren't supposed to sleep with humans.
Consummate.
Well,
Why?
you guys do a really bad job of keeping that from happening.
There are rogue angels that like to party hard.
Right?
And what, you just kill the children?
Yeah.
That's rude.
Yeah.
Well, the last time that we let a Nephilim walk around, the Great Flood happened.
Oh. You're not gonna make a flood, are you?
No, but was it here? Was that where the Great Flood came from?
It was all over the earth.
Yeah, I think he means the biblical one with the
Oh.
boat and all the animals on the boat.
I was thinking the gourd that we're
Noah.
looking for.
You know that one? That they made a movie about it?
Yes, I
And he,
know.
like, points to her like she knows.
Yeah.
I don't know if they made a movie about it yet, but there is a movie.
Yes, I know about that Great Flood.
Yeah, I think that's the one he's talking about.
So wait.
Yeah, God got real angry and sent Michael down to kill the person, and they were hiding amongst the humans, so Michael being Michael decided to, well, why not? There's a bunch of sinners around.
So it
We'll start fresh.
wasn't that person's fault, it was Michael's fault.
No, it was the angel who slept with the human's fault.
Well, why didn't you just kill that guy?
Do you know what those, and he kind of, like, points towards Olivia, are capable of?
I don't know what I'm capable of.
Well, she can detect my thoughts and blow up sometimes.
We've learned a few things.
She really likes dolls.
Well, each one is a little bit different. Not that I know much about the subject, because one, again, doesn't usually live that long.
So are you going to turn us in?
No, because I don't want to have anything to do with this.
So you're not going to come talk to us?
Being caught with you right here, right now, would be really bad.
Just tell him that we held you against your will.
Yeah, sure you did.
Can I read his thoughts at all? Or is it nothing?
It's like static.
Well, what should we do? Can you disguise her?
He kind of paces some more, and
can you give us someone with the magic that's powerful enough to disguise her? If you don't want to help us,
could my mom help? I mean, and I'll say
your mom is in prison.
That makes sense.
That's fair.
How would you know who my mother is?
There are a number of angels that are kept in prison, and now that I know what you are, it's easy to tell who your mother is. There's a certain resonance that passes down to your type.
I was going to call for her help next, but it doesn't.
Well, you know what? Maybe is she nice? Is she cool? Does she kind of look like Olivia? You know,
I don't know. I've never met her.
She's imprisoned. I'm sure they'll get visitors.
I don't know.
Prison in heaven's not the worst thing, but also very lonely. Not really many visitors.
That seems fair. So what are we going to do?
And he paces a little bit more. He says, all right, I'm going to do this one thing for you. And I'm gone.
Forever? I really like you. You're a good friend.
If you take his hat, he'll have to come back.
And he, places his hands on your ribs, and there's a little bit of glowing and, some cracking and scraping. And it's definitely uncomfortable, but seems like it heals over almost instantly. And he says, that should do for now. At least to keep them off your trail. But if you meet one out in the wild, there's nothing I can do.
I can't, and I gesture behind me. I can't, hide this in any way.
Well, I hit it the best I could, but no, you can't hide from another.
So maybe you don't ever leave the car.
I mean, they probably can see through walls or some shit.
We can sense each other, but this should help a little bit.
We gotta find an angel blade. I don't know how. Maybe your mom has one.
I can call Ever and see if they can look it up.
That's the only way I'm gonna be safe.
Maybe they can look up some more information on the whole Neffy thing.
What are you all doing in Minnesota anyway?
Oh, we're here looking for a gourd of water. An ancient water magic gourd. Also, it's Christmas Eve and we're at Olivia's dad's house.
Nope. Don's
dad's house. He's in the other room.
And he looks back and he's like, I see that. And Dale, you see, has now been watching you this entire time and is staring dumbfounded about everything that's happened. And Raziel rolls his eyes and goes over in an instant over to Dale and puts his two fingers on Dale's head and he passes out.
Probably for the best.
That's probably. Is he gonna remember all this?
He'll remember right up to the part where I wasn't here.
Right, that makes sense.
Perfect.
No, I don't have to be in love with my brother.
Perfect. That's good. I don't think you bought the adoption thing.
No, me neither.
I mean, you're adopted, so it's...
I am adopted.
Yeah.
It's not false.
Right.
But if he does remember, you're her adopted brother.
He won't remember.
Perfect.
I mean, we're technically related, I guess.
Yeah, kinda.
Cousins.
Yeah, no.
Technically.
Yeah, technically cousins.
Definitely technically
Distant
cousins.
cousins.
Anyway. So, you're here for a water?
A gourd of 1,000 rivers.
Yeah, we don't really know where it is. Somebody buried it.
Underground somewhere in a cellar. That's all I got.
It's somewhere in this town.
And I describe what it looks like.
It made all the lakes.
Ah, that gourd. And he's you see him looking around, he's looking for something in this room. And then he kind of looks like this, and he's oh, okay. I'm gonna go borrow something from your little witch's coven.
What?
Okay.
What?
and he disappears for a second.
What do you
You have
mean,
a coven?
witch's coven? You have a coven?
I mean, where do you think I learned this magic?
I don't know. I learned my magic from a book.
I was born with it.
I learned mine from a coven.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I was just thinking that. So
Maybe it's crippling depression.
right.
Wait, did your daddy know you were in a coven?
No, he.
Okay, cool.
Is your coven cool? Should we like hang out?
Should we go visit? Is it like...
Are they like?
You know he's using a slur like for coven, like it's a druidic like moot basically that you belong to. So
Should we put some Christmas decorations up? It's kind of sad in here.
We could get the artificial tree out. I don't see Dad has it out yet.
Yeah, let's
It's in the
put
basement.
the tree up. Yeah, I think that'll be nice.
Wait, you said you didn't have a cellar.
doesn't
I said I don't have a cellar. I
has
have a basement.
What's the difference?
Well, the
The
basement.
cellar's a like stone dank
Hole.
thing.
Yeah.
The basement is like finished.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh.
I guess
Oh, is
I
there like a game room down there?
Well, we have a pool table. No one uses it.
Let's play pool after we put the tree up.
Okay.
Doesn't the cellar have an
I'm gonna look at the
outside
cat.
Yeah,
entrance?
cellar has like doors.
Oh.
You usually can go down in.
I'm gonna start like looking in the cabinets. Is there like sugar and flour and butter in this house?
Sure.
I would make sugar.
Let's
It might
make
be old.
cookies.
Gonna make a gingerbread
Might be a
house.
few months old.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It'll bake out.
Right.
And he has a little milk too if you need it.
You know, no, for sure.
And eggs. Well, you can make a cake.
Oh, I can make a cake. No, it's Christmas.
I'm just saying
Cut out
that's what he
cookies.
has.
It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake, though. You're welcome.
You broke Christian.
So, you
You
guys.
should put the tree up. And, Gray, get in here. Get an apron on. We're making cookies.
You're on cookie duty.
What?
You're on cookie.
Get your ass in the kitchen. We're making cookies.
That was fucked up.
So,
We're gonna make little angel cookies.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're
There
gonna
you
make
go.
them like half angel though.
Yeah,
half
cut
is
off
just
half the
gingerbread
wings.
man.
Yeah. Frowny face.
That's you, Olivia.
I smash it.
Yep.
Karate chop.
That seems to be correct. That is how it works.
Par for the course.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys get the decorations up in the living room. The tree is up and has all the old 80s style decorations and giant light bulbs, and
Mhm.
you throw some tinsel around, and
The way you put tinsel on the tree back then is you grab the tinsel and you just chuck it at the tree, and wherever it sticks.
Yeah.
And then you get the artificial snow and you just cake it.
Oh god.
You know, I thought you just like hold the tinsel and you spin the tree.
No, you just like throw it in
No,
chunks.
she's talking about the like pull apart tinsel.
Oh,
Yeah, you
yeah.
pull it
Not
apart
the
and
garland,
throw it
yeah.
in chunks. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just sprinkle it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then artificial snow everything. But you wait till the decorations are on the tree already
Mhm.
because you don't need to see the color of your decorations.
Well, also, we just want it to be as flammable as possible.
As Dawn like aquanets in your pie. It's because Henrietta's not
Tree,
here
so
with
it all
a cigarette.
stays.
And there's like an open fire nearby.
Yep. So yeah, you get the decorations and you're starting to make the cookies, and you hear the flapping of wings, and it's in the living room. And you see as like Dale kind of comes to, and he looks around, and he his immediate response is to drink the beer that he has had in his hand that's now probably warm.
Mhm.
But he like looks around and he sees all the decorations that you guys have put up, smells the cookies, looks into the kitchen, and just like starts bawling. But he says there's a present under the tree for you, Don.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't know we had a tree. Did you guys put the present there?
No, we just
We
decorated.
literally just put it up.
Yeah.
Does it say who it's from?
Doesn't?
We'll open it, Don.
Yeah, put it down.
It could be.
It's a rather large box like this.
Okay. Should go over and like
shake
shake
it.
it.
Pretty heavy.
Please spend 5 minutes opening it as you
Yeah, like casually. I gotta
perfectly
save the paper.
peel
Oh my
the-
god.
Does it have a card or anything on it?
The box itself is like wrapped in like newspaper, like
Okay.
But yeah, there's just
Like comics.
Yeah.
Like the funny pages.
Like you read every single comment.
Oh, Garfield, you're so funny. What do you do?
Oh, mama, dude.
Yeah. Oh, blah.
Phil Circus, yeah.
Dennis the Menace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she would just like open it.
Sure. So you open it up,
Yeah.
and it's the gourd.
What?
Oh.
Cool. And
That saves us a step.
I whisper
Yeah.
under my breath, thanks, Raziel.
Like angel feathers fall.
Right.
Thanks, cousin.
Right. Thanks,
Let's do
cousin.
it this way. Dear Raziel. So here's you. Thank you.
I repeat what you just said,
Yeah.
but I add cousin at the end of it.
It's the first time you've prayed before,
Right.
so like
Doesn't
it's
hurt.
really awkward
Mhm.
for you and for
Ugh.
everybody else seeing you pray.
Shivers.
Yeah.
The cookies!
No, angel.
Oh no, the one that shaped like gray is a little bit burnt, but it actually fits his character.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I paint a 4-piece suit on it. 4-piece suit gingerbread man.
Right.
So, you guys make your cookies, and Dale joins you in the kitchen, and he, like, hugs those of you that are making cookies. Yeah, kind of everybody, just kind of pulls everybody in, and he's like, thank you guys for making this a pretty special Christmas.
Did you see the gourd? Like, did we hide the gourd? I'm assuming.
I'm assuming she hit the
Yeah.
gourd.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah. Thanks for letting us into your house.
Yeah.
I can't breathe. But the
I love that this is going to be like May.
Right? Christmas in May?
Sure.
It's gonna be May.
So you guys have a nice Christmas evening with Dale and
Cookies
yep,
and a tree.
and there is probably enough space, an extra bedroom in this house that with a couple of twin beds and of course the couch and wherever else you can find to sleep. Dale tends to pass out in the recliner, and Dawn covers him up with an Afghan that's on the back of the recliner.
Cute. Adorable.
Right. My dad.
I'll take one of the rooms with the twin beds.
We'll all lay down on Christmas Eve.
Krampus comes in and kills us.
Right.
Son of a bitch.
That's one way to end that.
Y'all remember
Session?
that time I accidentally let Krampus go?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, that was a week ago.
But then we saved Santa, so
Sure. Maybe we'll get Christmas presents in the morning.
We already gave us
I know we gave us Christmas presents
Yeah, that's
already.
around like Halloween.
Yeah, that was several months ago.
That was
I mean, maybe he'll thank us for saving him again.
I-
Maybe that'll be like yearly
I
tradition.
don't know. I don't think Santa's that generous.
I mean, it could just be toys. It doesn't have to be actual, like, and a gesture to your gloves.
Santa, if you're bringing us more gifts, then I'll
Cowboy hats!
Cowboy hat! Oh, cowboy hat, Santa! I was going to say Easy Bake Oven, but cowboy hat's better.
Yes. I mean, both, but...
You asked for the Easy Bake Oven then.
But then I want a cowboy hat!
More cowboy hats.
So you guys lay down to sleep,
And Gray wants a 3-piece pajama set.
It's just a onesie that looks like a 4-piece.
And an Uzi.
And then the hoodie is a fedora.
But yeah, you guys lay down to rest for the first time in actual beds or comfortable enough accommodations, not a car, which has been the norm
Great.
for the recent.
We're not like bodies all over each other in a car
Right.
trying to sleep right now. We all
Yep.
have our own space.
So, sleep is very easy to come by. Dawn, you are in your old bed, so it takes a little bit to get to sleep as everything reminds you of your parents and home. And just the craziness that you've been through over the last long while. But eventually sleep takes you too. And that is where we'll end this episode.
You son of a bitch.
Except
Except,
we will cut away to an earlier portion as you guys leave Lotus's house. The camera goes in and she says, "You have very nice friends as she speaks to somebody that is over her shoulder, but not there. And a disembodied voice goes, "Can't believe they left me with you."
Fucking knew it.
Oh, is she dreamwalking? We can't see her. We don't know.
You don't know. And she goes, "Rest now, my dear. I'll have you fixed up and back with them in no time. Maybe with a few enhancements."
Oh,
Cyborg!
Yeah, bionic.
I'm
And
here
that's where we will end.
I'm here for the Henrietta one-shot. one off.
Thank you for tuning in to the Campaigns of the Plains channel. Catch new material every Friday on YouTube, and make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.